We're live. It's all fine. It's all fine. I don't have to. I can actually focus now. But God damn. All right. Please, we're going to go with application capture. We're going to go with application TikTok Live Studio. We're set up for success now. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know. Come talk to me about how Donald Trump today said gas prices were declining. How Donald Trump's in full cognitive decline. How he's the worst U.S. president ever. How he tried to overthrow an election he didn't win with evidence he didn't win it. This person's definitely a troll, but whatever.
Hey, what's going on there, boss?
What's up? How old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay. Why do you like Trump?
Well, can we do anecdotals or no?
Sure.
So originally I was born in Wheeler Village, Israel. Now I'm up in Taunton, Massachusetts. And one thing I could say is Trump brings peace and strength in the Middle East. And he's smashing Islam right now, which is amazing. I love everything about that. We cannot let these radical Islamists enrich uranium past 60%. And, you know, every president before has said that Iran's a problem, and Trump's the only one to act on it. So that's why I love Trump.
Okay. So is this a troll or not a troll?
What do you mean?
So, like, I'm just, you actually do like Trump?
I love Trump.
Okay, great. Yeah, so why did if Donald Trump's the first person to do something about this in 47 years, why didn't he run on that?
Well, I think he did. I mean, if you look at his policies,
he ran on no. I thought no. I really don't feel like playing the play. Hold on, be quiet. Stop. I don't feel like doing the fucking whole ring around in this exact moment. We can cut the bullshit, right? He ran on no new wars. He explicitly said 4 weeks before an election, he was on a podcast talking about how we could not possibly go to war with Iran and initiate regime change because, quote, we can't even take care of our own people. Like, they said this over and over and over again. So let's just be honest, right? Why, if it's true that he's the first one to take care of the problem in 47 years, it's stunning that not a single Trump supporter or Donald Trump himself or anyone in the administration cared to mention that a year and a half ago.
Because a year and a half ago, they were enriching uranium.
Wait, I thought you said this was a problem for 47 years and no other administration was willing to deal with it. So is it?
It is, but after Operation Midnight Hammer, they started to re-up their uranium.
Wait, but I thought Donald Trump said that Midnight Hammer, we set their nuclear program back an entire generation.
Well, he was wrong. He could be wrong on something.
So he was wrong. So that was wrong. He was wrong on that.
So can I ask you a question?
Wait. I'm trying to understand logically just for a second. I just want to understand. He was wrong about, or lying, one or the other, about Operation Midnight Hammer. Is that correct?
He wasn't lying. He was just, his intelligence was wrong. But as you can see, Mossad and Bibi Netanyahu himself have came out and said you're reaching past 60%.
Okay, so let's pause. That's a huge problem if our intelligence was wrong. I think that's not something to like glide over. But regardless of that, again, like, this doesn't make it. We've shifted the goalpost really quickly. It's gone from like, this is a problem that no other.
We're just having a conversation, brother.
Yeah, well, you said you started the conversation with no other president was willing to deal with this problem, and for 50 years,
Trump's the only one with the balls,
and he didn't do. Why didn't he deal with it? Quote, deal with it.
He's dealing with it right now. That's why they're going to open the strait soon.
So yeah, so this like again, this is just like logically doesn't make any sense. And so the reason we went was because they were enriching uranium.
Yeah, we cannot let them bomb Israel.
So why?
You understand
why
that?
Why did no one else in his administration mention that they were enriching uranium?
Because they're not the commander-in-chief.
Wait,
they're
but
CEO of the company.
Well, that's amazing. The commander-in-chief didn't show his face until 2 days after the strike started. So we heard from everybody else, and not a single other administration official mentioned nuclear weapon. I think Marco Rubio mentioned Israel. Other administration officials mentioned an imminent ballistic missile strike, which is completely different from a nuclear strike. So were they close to a? And then the Pentagon briefed members of Congress and said there was no imminent ballistic missile threat. And then Donald Trump came out, and he was the first person to mention nuclear weapons. So it seems it seems like close to the commander-in-chief, both Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance, their first words had nothing to do with a nuclear weapon.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Trump's the head of the snake, right?
Okay.
Would you not believe the number one in charge when they say something like that
I
about a
don't.
national
I think
security
Donald
threat?
Trump. I think Donald Trump lies more consistently and outrageously than anyone. So no, I'm not particularly keen to take him at his word. I'm trying to understand.
What about the noble and prime minister of Israel? He's been nothing but a good leader.
I think this is like got to be a troll, right, Chad?
So I'm trolling because I'm pointing out the fact that we have a strong nation in the Middle East that is the only democracy around,
I
surrounded by eight
I
countries
don't
that want to.
I don't think
Hold on,
I don't think
surrounded by eight
you asked
countries
me.
that want to kill them.
You asked me a question. I don't think that Bibi Netanyahu is particularly. I don't think anybody should take Bibi Netanyahu at his word either. He's been trying because it's been very clear from all our U.S. intelligence. Well, for two reasons. Number one, it's been clear from other past presidents in our intelligence that Bibi Netanyahu has attempted to get other presidents to do this exact same thing, and I think it's clear that he has been, at the very least, willing to. Be very hyperbolic in the realities of how close Iran may be to a nuclear weapon or how close Iran may be to imminent destruction. And also because Bibi Netanyahu, I think, is engaging in all of this for his own self-preservation because he's going to go to prison. And he's going to go to prison, not even related. I mean, he should go to prison for other things related besides his corruption charges that he's trying to avoid, that I think it's pretty clear that he's been extending this entire thing to avoid in general. So Bibi Netanyahu should not be taken at his word. And again, like we've gone from no new wars MAGA to like you're arguing like a Bush Republican. It's just like, hey, they have weapons of mass destruction, deal with it, and if you don't believe us, you support like the worst people in the world. It's like, what is going on?
I support a lot of rhinos. I supported a lot of George Bush and a lot of Mitt Romney.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
You're 22 and you supported George Bush.
I mean, I've always been a fan of the Grand Old Party. I've always been a Republican since I can remember.
This is Chad. This has got to be a troll, right?
Because hold on, I'm trolling because I'm a fan of George Bush.
No, I'm trolling. Well, I mean, partly yes, but I think that just generally like the way you're speaking.
Yeah, because it's hard to find people that stand up for their values nowadays. Now everyone wants to post a flag in their bio and think that they're the shit.
Okay, you know everyone, what? That's the only point you've given that I'll actually respect.
And do you not agree that now there's a big rise of anti-Semitism in the world? And Trump's the only one that stands up to that.
Okay, I don't think well, first of all, I certainly agree there's a big rise of anti-Semitism. I don't think Donald Trump stands up to that. I think Donald Trump enables it because, you know, I mean, having dinner with like neo-Nazis doesn't, you know, help the whole.
Who?
Like Nick Fuentes.
Okay, I don't like Nick Fuentes. He's a piece of shit, but
Donald Trump had dinner with him. So
he's not a real white supremacist. He's just an idiot.
So my bad. So we started on the premise of rising anti-Semitism, which I agree, anti-Semitism is exploding, and I'm like, Donald Trump enables it because he has dinners with. That dude's like one of the largest streamers. Is he an anti-Semite?
That was a private dinner in 2023.
And we all know about it. And Donald Trump hasn't disavowed this person. Do you not believe it's an, oh my God. All right.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's all right. You got to leave. And God fucking damn it, dude. I got restricted. What a fast restriction, man. We really going to have to restart already? Am I restricted? Off to a rough start. It's all right. I'm not restricted? Yo, hello, YouTube. I can repost. I don't think you are? Okay. Maybe I'm not. I just got the one, but then it said I was restricted. But TikTok Live is horrible. So I'm pretty sure I'm restricted because I don't know. Hello, everybody on YouTube. Great to see you. He's in a cult. Yes, he is. Yo, thanks for that. The Panther boss. I appreciate you. Why am I being blocked? Jaywood, you're not being blocked. What is going on right now? What? Gay? Isaiah Raid? Oh my goodness. A Martin Raid. Dude, are we... Jaywood, I know you. It doesn't say you have live access for me. Yo, hello everybody from Isaiah. I love all of you. You guys are the best. I'm trying to figure out what's people from the Isaiah raid. I think we're gonna have to restart the live real fast. I think we're restarting the live super fast. I'm also live on YouTube, by the way. I'm not restarting YouTube, but we're gonna have to restart like really fast. I'm gonna be back in like 2 seconds. I promise. I promise. Okay, we're in a quick reset. I will be right back. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, YouTube, don't worry. I'm still here. We're going to restart TikTok Live Studio. I think I'm also just going to like generally restart TikTok Live. My computer is like not happy right now. Why? Oh? What is happening? Hello, YouTube. We support you, Chris. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Who's that? Jay. I appreciate you. Yeah, exactly, Michelle. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Is there like something else? Okay, well, this probably isn't ideal either, right? Let me just, before I restart TikTok, YouTube, again, great to see everyone in real time from Australia. You're the best. My girlfriend is actually planning a trip to Australia, I believe. She loves to travel. I'm very excited for her. I'm not a big travel person. I really haven't been many places, but she wants to go to Australia. Okay. Where is YouTube? Do me a favor, if you haven't already, like the stream. Really helps me out. Oh my goodness, Dark Sunray. Thanks for being a member for 2 months. Hey, I just wanted to say hi and fight on. Love the video today about Tennessee Dems. Thank you. Brutally honest, courage, and fire. Love you and keep on keeping on. Dark Sunray, I really, really appreciate all the support. It's unbelievable. You're the best. I hope you're doing well. It's always a pleasure to see you. You're always so supportive and kind. And thank you for the kind words on the video. I'm really, they showed tremendous courage in Tennessee. It was actually really inspiring. And truly, that was like one of the best speeches I've heard in a really long time from Representative Pearson. It was crazy. Okay, give me 1 second. Chad, what am I? Okay. All right. I think we're good. We're probably good. All right. We're hitting live on TikTok. We're doing it. Again, thanks everybody for being in the YouTube chat. I appreciate you. You guys are all very kind. Truly, truly, I mean it. There we go. All right. I don't think... What? Okay. We're live again. I think we're good. I think everything is fine. Yeah, we're fine. All right. Back on YouTube. Good to go here. Good to go. We're fine. That's right, Carrie. We're fine. Never been more fine. Australia's pricey. More of a cultural experience to visit China or Vietnam. Totally fair. Totally fair. I believe that. I believe Australia is pricey. No. She'll have a good time. I hope. Maggie, hi. Hope you're doing well. Get some W's for Maggie in the chat. How is Harry? Harry's good. Keep on keeping on. We're back on TikTok, Brandy. I think we had a small technical issue. My computer, it was a little upset. And I fixed it. Yeah. Well, Brandy, I had to fix it. I think I've got like one more year left on the M2 MacBook, and then I'm gonna go like buy a MacBook Ultra, I guess. Fuck. Honestly, probably not. I'm probably being too hard. Like I say that when my TikTok live studio is lagging, but then I have like Premiere open. I have Premiere open. I have Photoshop open. I have like 84 Firefox tabs, and my desktop is full of like recording stuff. And it's like, all right, it's fair for my RAM to get like a little overwhelmed by that, you know? Like I'm being a little unreasonable. It's fine. That'll do it. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to have all that stuff open and go live? This is how I'm justifying an insane purchase that I'm going to finance over like 72 months. Bren, good to see you. Kens. Well, I'm hoping so, Kens. I'm hoping so. It's good to see you. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know. If you want to have a Western type holiday, it's great. Okay, I think that's probably what they're aiming for. I hope Australia is nice. I've heard well. It's and she's going in, I think, your summer, which is our winter. What is Australia right? What is Australia like? Crikey! We have to vote for Joe Biden. I don't know. I'm sorry. That was probably not good. This guy says severe TDS. His name is Bob Clark. If you would like to come up here, Bob Clark. Got an interesting profile picture. You never know. I finished paying off my nice gaming laptop. Wait, congrats. Love Australians. Good people. Hi from Oakland, California. Hello. Hope California's nice. All right, if you're a Trump supporter, you can let me know. Double tap the screen, everybody, over on TikTok. We're also live on YouTube. I'm live on TikTok. That's where I'm picking guests. Can you come up? Are you a Trump supporter? Dana, good to see you. King, hello. How are you? KM, good to see you. Sticks and stones may break. Yes. I feel like this is a lie. There's an echo, chat. Echo. Hello. Hi. How old are you? Who? Okay, actually, just continue, sorry. Oh, you guys, YouTube, I don't think you guys can hear the guest. I'm fixing that now. Apologies. Continue.
What you thought of H-1B visas?
The H-1B visas?
Yeah.
I mean, look, like, can I zoom out for a second if you don't mind?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I think
sure.
I think like obviously immigration as a whole is like a very good thing, and I'm very pro.
Yeah.
I'm pro immigration. I'm pro legal immigration. I think that like these things are objectively good for the United States. I know there's been like some amount of right wing split on like the H1B visa thing. Refresh my memory a bit. This is like people can get like people can get visas for like certain jobs.
Yeah, for like specialized
Yeah,
jobs. So
specialized
like,
jobs, and like
yeah,
the more
yeah.
right wing, the like more right wing party is anti, and Trump is still pro.
Yeah, and I guess the reason why is because obviously the right wing party is very against DEI, and that's just in a way, like restricting it in a way, kind of like falls under the umbrella of DEI. Kind of like it's weird. There's a bunch of different arguments on the right side, because the reason why they put these set of restrictions on is to hyperfixate on hiring like American, employees and whatnot. And so, and I do believe that. But I just kind of want to get like, I mean, I'm sure if you've seen it in the chat, I've been talking to a bunch of different people about it. And I think like overall it's a good thing. I don't know why people are so against putting restrictions on it. The reason why is because I'm pro immigration. I do think like you should get the most qualified candidate no matter where they come from. But I guess my point is with the sort of the AI boom that's obviously upon us, like I think it makes sense for us to hyperfixate on Americans that are looking to get into these fields, because I do think we are a bit behind, but there are qualified candidates. And I think like your bigger firms like IBM, Amazon, and whatnot, they do have like a concentrated pipeline on hiring from Asia, like India and Asia and whatnot. So that's sort of like my thought process on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think the answer is like twofold. I think that like we should supply H-1B visas for the best of best, and have the best talent come to the United States. And we should also like work on our education system
Yeah, of course,
and
yes.
helping Americans, become the leaders of these things.
Yeah.
But that's really like the extent of my thought. I think that I have not done too much thought on the H-1B thing.
No, yeah, that's
a lot of
completely
MAGA
fine.
people. So
Yeah, I mean, I am right leaning, but obviously I think it's very hard nowadays to support Trump in totality. So I think you're just being logically challenged, for lack of better words. So, but I just support that just because my father's sort of involved with that space, and yeah, I think it's beneficial for the country as a whole. So, yeah. Well, thanks for having me up, man.
Yeah,
you're like a pretty cool guy, so I'm just gonna tune in for a bit.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Be safe, all right?
Yeah, you too.
All right. W's to the yes. W's to yes. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know. Double tap the screen, share the live. It would mean a lot. We can have some good debates tonight. I believe. I have faith. I have full faith in our abilities tonight. I was gonna say, where's MAGA? Where are they? And there's not many left these days, but there's some. There's some out there. They're out there. They're just far and few between. Hello.
Yo, what's good, brother?
How old are you?
18.
All right, bro. You be good now. If you're a Trump supporter, yeah, slim pick. And someone said, well, they still exist. It's a wild thing that they do, but they do. So got to keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. What's up, brother? Join my Sway group chat group if you haven't. Leave my bio. I love everybody here. I actually don't know why I said that. I mean, I do love everyone here. That was kind of off. Like, I kind of started a thought and then it fell apart in my head and then I kind of just fumbled through. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, you can let me know. They're on the other chats, I guess. Is Dean still live with like Gideon or whatever? What is that? Nat, it's good to see you. Sway's it actually is on the App Store now, but it's like a new website app. It's like a kind of voting group. And for the record, not sponsored, not paid. I actually just really like the app, and you can build I have a group called the Maori Movement, and I can see where we can see our collective power as a group. So you can see generally at which state everyone's in, and I'll make ballot recommendations. I can make them for any state, anywhere. And if you're in that state, hey Chris, make ballot recommendations. I fill out the whole ballot. You can like see it. I can like send you a push notification. Hey, this is the ballot. Go vote. And if you vote for those candidates, you can be like, I voted. And then we can see our collective power as a group. So if there's like the midterms coming up, that we can show people like, oh, 2,000 people from Chris like got out to vote. You know, it's a good way to like show creators' powers, I think. Did you get a tax return? Thank Trump. What? No, I owed money to the IRS, buddy. Trump Trump has not done shit for me. And even if I got a tax return, by the way, it all would have gone to the $5.30 fucking gas that I'm getting fucked on. Okay? I'm 24 years old. Okay? My generation, this is the slowest pace of hiring in 25 years, the lowest consumer sentiment ever on record. 70 years, the lowest on record. The only time it's ever been close to this number was June of 2022. COVID, inflation raging. It's lower right now, okay? I'm getting destroyed over here. Destroyed. My goodness. Is this the same person, bro?
What's good, bud?
557. Hi, how old are you?
21.
Okay. Do you like Trump?
Yeah, I just have a question. What do you think we should do with illegal immigrants that cross over the border illegally?
What do I think that we should do with undocumented people?
Yeah, what should be the punishment?
What should be the punishment?
Yeah.
I think I think there's like a lot of variables to this question, believe it or not. But I think generally we should not deport people who are here.
Illegally?
Can I finish speaking? Who are here undocumented and haven't committed a crime, especially if they've been here for like a really long period of time. I think we should deport people who have committed crimes. And I think in a perfect world, we would do that and have like a path to citizenship for a large group of people. Hey, let's say you have a year and a half or 2 years to give us your information. We'll give you a path to citizenship. And maybe even you have to pay a penalty for that, but we'll give you citizenship. And that would be in correlation with like actually fixing our immigration system that's been broken for 30 years. Those things are not possible, number one, because Donald Trump could pass a massive immigration bill right now, but he hasn't. And he hasn't because he doesn't give a fuck about it, and it's not politically helpful for him. So right now it's just a Band-Aid of executive orders closing the whole thing. And number two, there's no way to give amnesty anymore because there's no reason brown people should ever trust the government. They're certainly not going to willingly give over their information as the Trump administration.
Yeah, but that's just off topic. You're on off topic.
No, I'm actually not. You asked me a question about...
Yeah, and you answered it, so I want to respond.
Yeah, no, I didn't, though, because like politics is a lot more complicated than just like talking points on TikTok. So I'm just trying to give like a rounded answer. So there's a lot of variables.
You answered my question and then you proceeded to mute me.
Yeah, I muted you because you interrupted me.
Because you're going off topic.
Nope, same topic.
You started talking about black people shouldn't trust the government.
I was talking about that in relation to achieving the goals of
the question. The relation is irrelevant because you answered the question. Okay. You don't know how to debate. So I want to respond to what you said. So number one, they are committing a crime, crossing over the border illegally. Now, if you're talking about violent crimes within America after they commit a crime, then I would just simply respond is that we cannot allow or think it's acceptable to cross over the border illegally because hence we will not have people coming in the country illegally because they could just cross over the border illegally and still gain citizenship.
Wait, can you say that last part again? That was incoherent.
Yeah. So because if we allow illegals to cross over the border illegally without any type of punishment and grant them citizenship,
that's right.
Everybody that trying to come over here legally will just do that process.
Right, of course. That's why, well, two things, of course. That's why the second part of the question that you interrupted me on was about how, like, to be able to give citizenship to certain amounts of people, you have to be able to fix an immigration system first, or the problem's just going to build back up again. However, the way that you phrased it, like, no one at any point has been, quote, allowed to come over here illegally like that and with no punishment. That's just like an absurd and a misunderstanding of how our system works. And what's a
misunderstanding? And could you repeat that last part, please?
When you said that undocumented people, like if we, for example, started giving people a path to citizenship, that people would just come over here illegally with no punishment. It's like there has been border enforcement at every point. Under Joe Biden, people could not just walk over the border.
You're strawmanning me. I'm not saying people are coming over here with no punishment.
Okay. I'm not.
No, but that's not what I said.
Okay. I think that you were being a little hyperbolic. That's all. That's fine.
Okay, sure.
My point in all of that is that I hear what you're saying. That's why I think we should fix the immigration system.
Yeah, what's wrong with the immigration system?
Can I speak? Get a full thought out?
You're repeating what you're saying. I'm just asking you a question. What's wrong with that?
I'm trying to be good faith. You're being a douchebag for no reason. So I'm going to try this one more time. I'm going to try to speak. Okay. We can try to go back and forth. I want to be good faith here, but you got to let me talk. Okay. What I was going to say was that in relation to Donald Trump specifically, it's like Joe Biden tried to pass a massive border bill. You know, Donald Trump killed it. Donald Trump isn't interested, I think, in fixing this problem. I think that's an important thing to just mention generally. But yeah, I mean, our immigration system has been broken for like 30 years. It takes, you know, not you show up at, let's say, a port of entry, and it takes 10 years to get a court date. That's just one example of many of a system that's like incredibly overwhelmed that I think needs, you know, a lot of money in the judicial section so you can approve or deny visas, probably enhance security, change different where the ports of entry are and all that stuff.
Yeah, so on the average, it takes 10 years to get citizenship. I don't know where you get that source from. Of it takes 10 years just to
Wait, I did not say that. I said I just was giving an example of like you may show up at a port of entry and get a court date that's like super far.
That takes 10 years to get?
Yeah, it's super far away.
Okay, let's talk about the average.
Well, I don't know what the average is, but it obviously takes takes
10 years to get citizenship.
It obviously takes are you telling me that's the average?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Okay. So, yeah.
So what's wrong with that? How does that make it a broken immigration system?
Because are you serious? You concerned about undocumented immigration, and it takes 10 years to get into the United States?
We take like half of illegal immigrants around the world.
What if you could have equally as strict measures as we have now, but you are approved or denied to get into the country within 6 months? Don't you think that would...
how would you do that?
Hold on. I'll tell you. Don't you think that would lower the amount of illegal immigration? People wouldn't feel the need to just cross the border if it was, I don't know, a little more seamless?
I don't think that would lower it at all because it takes a lot of money to...
That's dumb. That's ridiculous. And how would we do that? Great question. Joe Biden and Republicans and Democrats all crafted a bill, and in that bill was a massive amount of money to the judicial side of the border that we would have been able to approve or deny visas within 6 months. That was in the bill.
How?
By flooding a fuckload of money to the people who are reviewing the visa process, so we can lower, obviously there's a huge line right now, and if you have more bodies to review all the visas and
so how much money and how many bodies? Because to make 10 years to go in 6 months with money, how much would that cost and how many bodies would you need?
Are you two things? Number one, I don't know off the top of my head. This all happened in 2024. If you want to go review the Langford border bill,
because you don't know, bro. Just say that.
Okay.
You don't know. You think you could just throw money at a problem, immigration?
I'm sorry. I just think that moving toward a direction to fix an objectively broken system, and I'm trying in the sense of helping illegal immigration. This is something, or undocumented people crossing the border. This is something that would be beneficial, I would argue, if you are concerned about the issue, to have a more seamless process so people don't feel the need to cross the border and not cross the border illegally. And so, again, in the Langford bill, a lot of this was about funding and just getting more bodies, having more judges, having more people to review these things. Is the government going to be perfect? No, but I think that obviously that would move us in a better direction. The immigration system has been broken for 30 years. Your answer, you don't have a fix to this. I think there was a fix on the table. We could have done that.
Okay, so 2 responses. Number 1, you said objectively broken immigration system.
Get the fuck out of my life. It's so annoying. So bad faith and annoying. Ugh. I just don't know why people would expect that I want to talk to you if you're gonna come up and just be super rude. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm on your side, but I've got a question. I was just thinking, how does Israel get its oil?
How does Israel get its oil?
Yes.
I mean, off the top of my head, I don't know their statistics for importing, exporting, but I'm sure they're in a pretty prime location for the transport of oil. So, I mean, I assume
is Israel gas dependent? Does Israel get oil from, let's say, Russia or through Turkey?
Probably. From Russia, and probably not, but from a bunch of other places, or it used to be Russia, sure. That'd be my guess.
Is there a country called Afghanistan? Not Afghanistan, but Afghanistan.
What?
A country, one of the stands.
Yeah.
AUB, our stand?
Yeah, I mean they probably get oil from a variety of places in the Middle East. Yes.
Also, nobody ever talks about how seniors are doing. Do seniors in this country have extreme problems on fixed income?
Yes.
I ask because I'm an 80-year-old retiree with a pension, a sizable pension. I go to a grocery store. I really have to budget.
I'm sorry.
Why do seniors, especially seniors in red states, consistently vote Trump?
That is a good question. I agree with that. We should be taking care of our seniors, and we shouldn't be cutting a lot of. We certainly shouldn't be cutting benefits like we keep doing in red states. We should actually invest in the people of these states.
Does Israel have insurance? What type of insurance? If you wanted to go to does Israel pay for insurances, or is it like here in the United States?
I don't know.
Ask those questions sometime. Good night.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Stan. Be safe out there.
We'll.
They have free healthcare in Israel? Is that true? Oh, Stan. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick you so fast. By the way, I not kick you. I know you said good night, but I hope you're safe out there, Stan. That was interactive. Sorry, yeah, I was trying to follow. We should take care of our seniors, though. We should. Oh, brother. No way. Hello?
What's up, Trev?
Where are you right now?
What?
Bro, are you in a bar?
No, I'm outside of a bar.
All right, bro. Well, I can't hear you because, like, dude, go have fun. Go have fun at the bar, bro. What are we talking about right now? Bro, you were at a bar. You were at the club. Go have fun. Do not debate on TikTok. This is crazy. Dog, disconnect. Okay, disconnect. Dude, please. I'm begging you. Hello?
Hello? Hi, Chris. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I voted. I didn't vote for Trump because I forgot to vote, but I do support him, but not fully, 100%.
How old are you?
20 years old.
Okay, and you forgot to vote.
Yeah.
That's not great. Are you planning on voting in the midterms?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to vote in the midterms.
Well, why is that?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever voted for like a politician or something.
Oh, okay. Why? Okay. Sorry. Why do you like Trump?
Well, so the reason why I support Trump is on his like border policy.
Jay Morris, it is good to see you. I really hope you're doing well. I'm sorry. Continue your border policy. Sorry.
Yeah. So ever since he became president, he has been fixing our border. I won't say like fully, but at least he made some progress, I'll say.
Well, look, I think that like when it comes to the border, like we have to understand what it means for a problem to be fixed. And I think that like we have a lot of problems a lot of the reason we saw what happened at the border a few years ago happen is because the system has been overwhelmed for a long time. And so like I would argue that although, Donald Trump may have, let's say, slapped a Band-Aid on the problem, he isn't really interested in like actually fixing it. Like he hasn't passed legislation to do something about it, for example.
Wait, do you need like legislation to fix a border?
I mean, yeah. Well, that depends. Like to make a lot of change, to make systemic change at the border, like to make serious change, to overhaul a system that's been broken for a while, you would need congressional approval. I think right now Donald Trump just closed the whole thing. Like real reform. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah, okay. And also, by the way, what do you think about our President Trump right now?
What do I think about him right now?
Yeah.
I think he's really bad. I think he's doing a really bad job.
Really? And why do you say that is?
Look, I think this is for like a variety, a lot of reasons. But I think if I go away from, if I talk about on the ground issues first, obviously the price of oil is really high. Inflation has stuck around because of Donald Trump's tariffs. He's waging a war in Iran that I think I've been very, very confused about the justification for. He said it's now been going on 8 weeks, and he said when it started, it would be 2 to 3 weeks. And he keeps moving that timeline. He's declared victory 20 different times now. And so Americans are looking for answers on this. He's not giving them obviously things are really expensive. His tariffs have hurt the economy. I think on the ground, people are really, really struggling, and he has not fixed any of that. He's made it substantially worse. I think on other issues, Donald Trump is enriching himself through the government. I think he's really corrupt. I think he lies all the time relentlessly. I think that he's sending ICE into our cities, specifically blue cities, and just using people as political tools in a political game. I think those are a couple reasons.
All right, so let's start with the Iran
the Epstein
war.
files. Thank you, someone in the chat. That might be the most important of the list. There's just so many things, Chad. Every time I get asked this question, I think of 3 things that are at the top of my mind for that any given day. But trust me, there's a billion. Go ahead.
All right, so do you think he started the Iran war?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
okay then.
in this capacity, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would say prices have gone high just a little bit.
Well, just a little bit. I feel like it's a big bet, a very big bet.
Yeah, I do see some gas prices are going high a little bit, I'll say.
Yeah. And I think that he obviously ran on not doing that,
Yeah, and let's talk about also inflation too. He did say he's gonna bring costs down on day one, right?
He did say that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when we have a new president, I don't think prices are gonna go down on day one. Things takes time to go down,
Yeah. I just think that over time we've seen at certain points prices really go up, and it's because we have economic data to say it was because of Trump's tariffs. So
and also tariffs, and also tariffs. Does a tariff means when products are made in a different country?
Yes.
Oh, okay then. I just wanted to make sure I know what a tariff was.
Yeah, it's if a product is made in another country and it's brought to the United States, if you put a tariff on that product, it means that the person importing the good, meaning the business in America or the person in America, they now have to pay a tax to get it into the United States.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and also let's talk about the Epstein files too.
He's definitely in those.
Yeah, I know. His name has been released. So it's been revealed why the Epstein files can't be released. For example, Kash Patel. The reason why he's not able to release all the Epstein files because the court has been telling him that he can't not release all the Epstein files. So he is releasing that could be legally allowed.
Okay, I think that. Well, I would actually, I would disagree with that. Actually, I think that Donald Trump. Well, number one, Donald Trump said he had them on it. He said Pam Bondi had them on her desk, and they were ready for imminent release, and they were going to release, and then apparently they didn't exist, and it was a hoax, and it's been going on for well over a year, 2 years. Now the DOJ has been the DOJ ordered the release. I'm sorry, Jesus. Congress passed a bill that ordered the DOJ to release all of the Epstein files, and right now the DOJ is actively breaking the law because we only have 50% of the files or whatever percentage it's at, and they were supposed to give us all of the files in accordance to the law that was passed through Congress by a billion weeks ago. And they were also supposed to explain their redactions. They didn't do that either.
Yeah, so because Kash Patel says when he was going to the courts, he said some of them are sealed and some of them are in the protective order. So that's why he's not able to release those. The only thing he has released is where Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files.
I think that Donald Trump's name is redacted definitely a lot in the Epstein files.
Yeah, well, he is mentioned like 38,000 times.
That's, well, some members of Congress say 100,000 isn't that many. Listen, let me, Sean, I appreciate you coming up here. I want to keep talking to you as we move toward the midterms. I need you to vote for a Democrat. They're good people, great people. But I got to psycho a couple people up because it's already 12:20 a.m. for me.
And also, one last thing, I'm not really like a Democrat or a Republican. It's because I'm not that much into politics. So I'll just vote for any Democrat or any like Republican.
Totally fair. Totally fair. I mean, that makes sense. I think if you look at how things are on the ground right now, definitely vote for a Democrat because Trump and Republicans have not made things better.
Okay.
All right.
And also, by the way, are you friends with any Republicans?
Yeah, some.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in like North Georgia or Georgia / I grew up in Atlanta and then spent a lot of my formative years in North Georgia. So I mean, yeah, a lot of my friends / parents' friends, my family friends are hardened Trump supporters. It drives me pretty ballistic, but do what I can.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sean, let me psycho a few people up. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Well, thank you for bringing me up.
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
All right. Bye.
W. Sean. My family are Republicans. Yeah, my grandparents are Republicans. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know. And also, like a lot of my family friends, I've had I was like 16 arguing with all like my friends' parents about how Trump sucked, and they were like, "You're just a dumb liberal," and now it's my job. Get fucked. Hello. Sorry, that was a little egotistical of me, Chad. I'm just saying, if you're a 16-year-old getting told that you're a dumb 16-year-old, you know nothing, you'll grow out of it, and then politics becomes your job. It is a good feeling to go back to those places and be like, I do know some things. In fact, I could school. Anyways, sorry. Thank you for the dinosaur, Aaron. Hi, how are you? We've talked before?
I'm doing all right. We have once before, yes.
How do I know you? Wait. Well, how did that conversation go last time?
It was like a 30-minute conversation, and then you just randomly booted me. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, it was. We covered pretty much everything. I mean, as far as the Iran war and Kamala and insider trading, all that. Yeah. Well, I just had one question for you. So, to piggyback off of what that guy said last about the war in Iran, would you say that Trump essentially seizing these Iranian oil tankers, would you think that that's a little tyrannical?
Tyrannical to seize the oil tankers?
Yeah. Do you think that's wrong of him to do?
I mean, I feel like this is like so obviously a question to try to walk me into something. I feel like
not at all.
I mean, I don't really love the premise of this question. Is it bad for him to seize Iranian oil tankers?
Yeah. Do you think that that's wrong?
I mean, I think this whole thing is just generally wrong for him to do. I think that like if you just zoom into the context of seizing Iranian oil tankers, it doesn't really encapsulate like everything that's going on. I mean, like if he was just randomly seizing Iranian oil tankers, then that'd be like a thing. But
well, I mean, he did the same thing to the Russians and the Chinese, but I mean, Biden did the same thing too.
Right.
And nobody really cared about it when Biden did it.
So that's what
he seized 1 million barrels off the Suez Real.
All right. So that's
in 2023.
That's what I meant about like the whole like walking me into something. You could have just like skipped that and just said that.
No, I'm not trying to walk you into anything, man. I just want to know like your true feeling before you figure out what the question is, because if you know what the question is, then your answer will change to make yourself not look as bad.
Oh.
I know your motive here.
What is my motive?
To make Republicans look as dumb as physically possible.
Why is that my motive?
Because it's good for your movement.
And what's my movement?
To try to sway the votes to the Democrat Party.
And why is that good for me?
It gains you clout. I mean, you got 400 people in here blowing your comments up.
Wait. I do that all because I gain clout off that.
Yeah, you make money off of this.
And that's why I do this.
Yes, you make a shit ton of money off of this.
Is it possible that I try to sway people to vote for Democrats because I'm really passionate about like moving this country in a better direction?
I think money is a big motivator. I think if you weren't getting paid, you wouldn't be up here doing it like this.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's just not true. But okay. I mean, I was like 15, you know, like I just said, like screaming at friends' parents, or posting every day on a private Instagram story to all my high school friends, 800 followers. And I'd argue with the same 5 people like every day because I'd post some video. People would say, go post on TikTok. You'd be great if you posted these rants on TikTok. That was like one of my parents' friends said that. And I was like, I don't really care about TikTok. And I also tattooed "Democracy Dies in Darkness" on my chest. So I don't appreciate when people tell me that I do things for money because I do this because I care. So fuck you, number one. And number two, and
yes, fuck me.
Yeah, correct. And number two, to answer your question, yeah, that's why, like, I just think that you starting with that premise was like very strange. Obviously, like in the instance that Donald Trump, I just think like him at war in general and the capacity he's in is bad. At the point that after that he's seizing Iranian oil takers, like I'm not really going to put a good or bad notion on that.
So why do you think that the war in Iran is bad?
Why do I think it's bad?
Yeah,
because right now I've been delivered no justification for it. And I think that
maintaining control over the Strait of Hormuz.
Hold on. That's the justification you're giving me for it. And that's the problem with like this country is that the bar for like President of the United States is in fucking hell. I mean, from the government, I've been provided no justification. Basically no justification. They've run no coherent PR on why we are actually doing this. And that's like a huge problem. And furthermore, all the reporting we have gotten says that the reasons they are giving us are not true. You know, we learned today that the CIA had briefed people that Iran was not any closer to a nuclear weapon than they were this time last year. We learned that the Pentagon briefed members of Congress and said there wasn't an imminent threat of a ballistic missile. So if you would like to believe, as whoever the fuck you are...
No, I never said I believe that. I will concede to you there. I do believe you that the reasons that the government are giving us are false.
Okay,
I do believe that. I believe that the reason that we're there is to maintain control of the Hormuz Strait.
I think you put far too much value on the competence of people in the U.S. government because ignorance is bliss.
I definitely don't put too much value on the competence of the people within the U.S. government.
Okay. So you believe that Donald Trump, like, and the people around him were, you know, have this motive, and I understand where this is going to go about the global order in China and maintaining power. And so,
yes, we are weakening China.
Yeah. So hold on. So we're doing all of this, failing at it, and they couldn't even like give good PR for it?
You would say that killing the Ayatollah and pretty much dismantling all of their top military commanders, they have virtually zero military left. You would call that a failure?
I mean, I think right now Iran is in everything from an Iranian perspective. I think that they're winning right now. I think
no, they're not. Not at all. Well, not at all. It will take them decades to rebuild from this.
Of course, but let's analyze from 8 weeks ago to now. Right now, Iran is making more money because the U.S. lifted oil sanctions on Iran. The Iranians have obviously incredible leverage because they, you know, have the Strait of Hormuz. The Ayatollah is dead, and hypothetically, his Soleimani's son is alive, who's more radical than his father and is more interested in developing a nuclear weapon. And so from an Iranian regime perspective, they survived the first immediate blitz that was supposed to take them out. They are making money hand over fist because they have this massive leverage point in the Strait. And we learned today that the Trump administration and the White House are interested in negotiating a deal that looks something like this. The Iranians agree not to enrich nuclear weapons, and we will agree to lift financial sanctions. Does that sound familiar to you at all? It's fucking, we're going like straight back into like, let's go renegotiate an Iranian nuclear deal. The point being is like, I don't understand how we are in a better position now. Like if this was going to be an all-out blitz where the regime was going to fall in 2 weeks, that didn't happen. Iran's making a lot of money. They have more leverage than us. That's objectively true. And so, yeah, I'm not suggesting that they haven't, taken a hit or two. But if I was Iran right now, I'd say, wow, we have not crumbled under the two most powerful militaries on the face of the planet, and we have the leverage point. This is a win. This is a huge win.
It's not a win at all.
I mean, it's a win as it stands now.
We've bombed the shit out of them, yes, but we have not put boots on the ground. We have not gone into a war economy. We have not pushed ourselves to the limit of actually taking this place over. I don't think that that's actually the end game here.
Okay, but that's fine. I mean, that's not really, I don't think that relates to what I just said. I think
it completely relates to what you just said.
Did you believe that when this first started that it was going to be over in 2 to 3 weeks?
No, not at all. I said that this could take maybe 6 months to a year.
Okay, 6 months to a year. And you feel like that, okay, because you feel like at 6 months to a year, we're still on track for that.
No, not at all. No, we did not go as hard as I expected that we
So
would.
that's what I mean. It's like regardless of like what the U.S. could be doing, like if you're Iran, we've gained nothing so far. I mean, nothing good has happened from excuse me. I just mixed up what angle I'm looking at this from. From an Iranian perspective, they've survived the onslaught. The U.S. has lifted oil sanctions, and they're making a lot of money, and they control the Strait of Hormuz. I just don't know what the U.S. has successfully done so far. Things can change in 6 months, sure, but I just think right now you'd have to look at this and say, like, it's not moving in the right direction.
Well, I mean, war's not instant. I mean, we all know that with the whole.
Again.
And
pause.
I mean, look at
no. See, this is so infuriating to me because I agree with you. War is not instant, and you agree with it too. Everybody agrees with that, except the 79-year-old cognitively declining, narcissist, orange fat fuck in the Oval Office who believes war is instant. Why can nobody? Why does nobody fucking believe that this guy has agency, dude? Everybody's like, yeah, just ignore what fucking Donald Trump says. Donald Trump thinks it's instant, but I shouldn't listen to that. At what point, as American people, are we ever going to say, hey, we should listen to the words of the president? They matter. I'm kind of sick of just like having to analyze everything not through the lens of them because I can't trust whatever the commander-in-chief is saying. He told me it was going to be instant. He said it 1 billion times. He declared victory 20 different times.
Yeah, that's Trump's personality, but he does not think
Oh
that
my
war's instant at
God.
all.
We're going to have to take like mandatory.
Just because he says something doesn't mean that it's legit.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like I'll be the first damn Republican up here to say it. If there was a better option than Trump, I would have fucking voted for it. But listen,
how is Kamala Harris not a better option than this guy?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, just the simple fact that she lost an election to a dude that's not even in politics. I mean, that should tell you something, right? The American people did not have the trust or faith in her.
That didn't answer my question, but okay.
That did answer your question. It completely answered your fucking question. You just don't want to hear it.
No, it didn't answer my question at all.
Yes, it did. The American people did not trust her to run the fucking government.
Okay,
and I think that
that's great. I asked you. I said, how is it possible that Kamala Harris wouldn't have been better? Was my question. I don't care
because the American people looked at the Biden administration. I don't. And whenever they asked her what
I don't care. You're not answering my question.
When they asked her what she would change, she said nothing.
So
she said,
don't speak when I mute you, or you're going to get kicked.
Nothing, bro.
Or you're going to get kicked, right? So that wasn't my question. I don't care what the American people think. I'm asking you for a second. Why do you believe? Because like Donald Trump, again, like if I can't trust him when it comes to basic things like war, how is it possible Kamala Harris would have been better? I don't think.
You think war's a basic thing?
I think his communication is a basic thing. He's declared victory 20 times. Today on the White House lawn, he said gas prices have been going rapidly down. The average price of a gallon of gas right now is $4.45. Like, this is a guy who lies so consistently and outrageously and is so hard to keep up with. I think that like if you had any I think if there's two possibilities. Either if you have any understanding at all at a basic level of leadership skills, you would hate Donald Trump, or you've disregarded your morals and values over time and just believe that it's now acceptable for the guy holding the nuclear codes to just be so deranged constantly and say the craziest shit. Like, you agree that gas prices have not been going down. Why is he saying that? Why is this just not?
Gas prices did go down in my area.
What? Really?
Yeah, we were paying a little over $5 a gallon, and today I filled up the tank at $4.70 something.
It's just like it's so dishonest, dude. It is.
That's not so dishonest at all. I can go pull up the gas numbers right now.
Oh man,
I can go pull it up now.
I don't care, dude. It's just like,
and like, you're going to talk about how Trump has the nuclear codes and how he's so deranged. Don't you think that if he really wanted the ultimate victory, he would have just fucking nuked him already?
No.
Yes, he would have.
No, because that's not what Donald Trump wants. That's not what I believe Donald Trump wants.
No, he wants the Strait of Hormuz.
No,
that's what he wants.
No, he wants power and money, and nuking a country doesn't achieve that for as long as
he's a
humanly
fucking billionaire. You really think that he cares about the money profiting from this?
Yes, he does, and I think that you saying what you just said shows like a level of ignorance to like basic psychology. Like, I don't think.
Not at all.
No, really? I mean, a lot of people would have said if you were Donald Trump in 2015 that you are worth X amount of billions of dollars, you can live on a golf course for the rest of your life, some of us in this chat would say, I'm going to do that. I want to live on a golf course. Other people would tell me, I don't want to do that actually because I need some purpose in my life or I'm going to drive myself nuts. Donald Trump said, I don't give a fuck about the money anymore. I want power and I want it relentlessly because I care about that. He cares about two things. Number one, power. And then number two, money. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know many billionaires who are like, I have 2 billion. Fuck, let me stop. Because Donald Trump has tripled his net worth this term alone by all the clearly outward corruption. So again, I don't think nuking a country or the Strait of Hormuz, he doesn't give a fuck about any of that. And I think, again, if you would actually look at, as opposed to just continuing to believe Donald Trump has no agency, like, oh, he just says shit. If you actually pay attention to his communication style, which is deranged and frustrating, I think it also gives some insight about how he actually operates. The reason he has declared victory 20 times and is on the White House lawn, being like, when people are asking about gas prices, he's like, you need to shut the fuck up. Look at this cool reflective pool, is because he's tired of it. He's like over it. He doesn't give a fuck. He wants to be able to declare victory on this and move on to the next thing, because what does he love? He loves power and he loves money, and he will try to maintain those two things at all costs.
So what power does it grant him with a victory over this? What more power would he have after a victory than he does right now?
I mean, well, two things. Number one, I think that generally as it relates to power and narcissism, I think he just wants to be perceived as the greatest ever. Hence why we see him building gold statues of himself and plastering everything in Trump, everything in DC has been renamed to Trump because he wants to put himself on a bill because he fucking is obsessed with himself because he's a narcissist. So number one, I think that if he can move on and declare victory, he wants to be just looked at as the best ever. But number two, I think as it relates to power, he's obviously the most powerful person right now. I think it's pretty. I kind of debate with myself who's actually telling him the truth in that White House, but obviously he is almost the most unpopular he's ever been. His approval ratings are extremely similar to right after January 6th of 2021. So at any way that he can declare victory on this and move on and try to maintain any type of power moving toward the midterms, I think he wants to do. So those two things.
I think we'll probably have the midterms in the bag. I ain't gonna lie.
The Republicans.
I think people are entirely
have you looked at any of the polling? I'm just curious. And I'm not even trying to be the polling guy. Okay, I'm not, because I know how we all feel about polls. But some of the polling is genuinely insane. And I'm talking Fox News polling, approve or disapprove, Donald Trump on cost of living. It was approve 13%. Holy fuck. That's the issue that got him elected, right? And it's across every poll, across every, left, right, up, down, across every issue. When you look at the polling for independents, it's fucking unbelievable,
I mean, my cost of living hasn't really been that affected, and I'm a middle-class guy.
Okay.
I mean, my wife's a server. She doesn't get the tax on tips, and then I work plenty of overtime. I don't get taxed on overtime. I'm doing better now than I was under Biden.
Okay, that's great. I'm glad for you, but I'm just telling you, if, again, any piece of data you look at, I think they also ask people that, I think the majority of Americans, this was also, I think, a Fox News poll. It was 65% of people said that they were worse off today than they were a year ago. It's just it's overwhelming the amount of people that are this is unacceptable. And I'm just, if you're doing better, that's great. That's not how most people are doing. I mean, consumer sentiment just hit an all-time low.
Well, I would think that with the middle class being the majority, I mean, if I'm doing pretty good, I would imagine that most people would also be doing pretty good as well.
Okay. Well, you should also go listen to I've been listening to Trump voters be interviewed. They're not happy. I remember.
Yeah, I'll go listen to some NPR and I'll come back up here and tell you what I hear.
It's okay. It's not NPR. It's just people being interviewed. What about the Trump voter at the gas pump who was she was yeah, fuck that guy. I'm a fucking idiot. I voted for him 3 times. And she's I guess I'm fucking dumb then. And I'm all right. Again,
no, I don't regret my vote at all.
Okay, I'm not, buddy. I'm not talking about you. That's great. I'm just telling you where the headwinds are at. You should just go look at some of this. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they walked up to a guy at a gas pump and he said he regretted his vote. Yeah, that's some really damning stuff there, Chris.
All right.
It's really damning.
I'm just telling you, you should go check out the headwinds. That's all.
Yeah. I'll go check out the Democrat propaganda.
So you don't believe that, what about the UMich Consumer Sentiment Report?
The fucking what?
The Consumer Sentiment Report, University of Michigan. It's the thing that If you want to know the consumer
Oh,
sentiment.
yes. The consumer report that comes out of a Democrat university. Yes, I'm very interested in looking at that.
Okay, so this is the consumer sentiment report that, I'd say is like the standard and has been used for 75 years. Its lowest rating, the consumer sentiment report, was 50, and that was June of 2022. And last month, April, it was 47, which is the lowest of all time. I mean, you could, buddy, like
You said it was what in June of 2022?
50.
50. And what is the lowest of all time?
Well, now it was April. It was 47. The lowest of all time was 50 in June.
So who was the president in June of 2022?
Biden, right? So okay. And okay. Obviously, I'm trying to give you some perspective on like the head.
Well, that ties into the whole thing.
I'm trying to give you some perspective on the headwinds, right?
Yeah, I understand that, but that also gives some perspective on the American people losing hope in Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris was. I don't give a fuck how you pronounce her name.
All right, so listen, you're a grown man, so this is what I do for everybody, and you can either be a snowflake or you can not. Pronounce her name correctly, or you can leave. If you're going to get super triggered over a name, that's up to you. I'll kick you, but if not, I just want you to pronounce your name correctly.
Listen, man, I have a certain dialogue, okay? And I'm not going to change that to please somebody.
No, one more time. Again, if you're going to be a grown man who's about to get kicked out of a TikTok, we've had 30-minute conversation. You're going to get kicked out because you don't want to pronounce a black woman's name correctly. That's on you. If you want to be really this fucking triggered and upset over a name, that's fine. It's up to you. But don't do the dialect. You don't have to do all that. You're being so dishonest in bad faith. Kamala is her name. You can say it or you can leave. It's up to you.
Okay. Well, Miss Harris, people lost faith in Miss Harris because, well, for one, we've seen how everything went underneath the Biden administration. I mean, she obviously had a role in that. She was the vice president. She was, working very closely with him on some things, right? And whenever she was starting her campaign, she went on a interview and they asked her, what would you do differently than Joe Biden? And she said fucking nothing. She said nothing. And like you said, in June of 2022, her polling results or his polling results or whatever the fuck that study out of Michigan came from, right, was at the lowest of all time. Mm-hmm. So why would the American people put their faith into a woman that says that she would change absolutely nothing when the guy that she was not going to change anything from had the lowest rating?
Sure. Two things. Number one, and I promise I'm going to answer your question. I just want to say, obviously, my position here is going to be that, it's understandable why the consumer sentiment was so low in June of 2022. I'm obviously going to argue that inflation at that time was not the result of Biden-Harris policy, as opposed to the inflation and, for example, the gas prices now are the result of Donald Trump policy because, the world is complex. COVID, supply and demand issues cause inflation. I don't know that was Biden's problem, but I understand why the American people were upset about it. Now, to your question about saying that, yeah, I think that was a misstep. I think that I also understand why the American people said you wouldn't have done anything differently. I mean, we're struggling here. I get that. I still just see that as radically different considering the circumstances. And I think looking back, Kamala Harris she wrote about that in her book. I think it was a key moment, and it was not something she should have thought harder about, I think.
So when Harris does it, it's a misstep, but when Trump does it, it's ignorance, right?
What did Trump, wait, what are you comparing this to Donald Trump?
When Trump says anything, it's ignorance, but when Harris does it, it's a misstep.
I just want to point out two things. Number one, again, back to my original point, you're comparing apples to oranges right now because
not at all.
No, you are, because Kamala Harris does not to any degree even close come to the egregious, outrageous things we hear from Donald Trump. So when Donald Trump posts on his True Social 4 weeks ago and says, Robert Mueller's dead, good, I'm glad he died, right? Kamala Harris doesn't say that. When Donald Trump is rambling about his ballroom and talking about sharks jumping over batteries and falling asleep, nodding off in the Oval Office, these are things that I think you are such a different level. And I don't think you even just saying that, I think it's very clear, you hold Donald Trump to a lower standard than you hold Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, which I understand. I mean, Kamala Harris is enormous, miles smarter than that guy could ever imagine, or more successful or whatever. But yeah, I think it's also a misstep generally because Kamala Harris is clearly a good faith individual. I think she's trying her best. Donald Trump is has an IQ of 65 and only cares about himself. So yeah, I'm probably going to give more credence.
But yet the American people would rather give their vote to him than Harris, right?
They apparently in November they did.
Yeah. So that's got to tell you something, man.
Well, I just want to point out, again, this is why I went to the headwinds thing, because this was the White House was contacted about something like in relation to like some insane poll. Again, all the polls, the Fox News polls of like, he's more unpopular than he's ever been. And their response was, well, Americans made their decision overwhelmingly in November. That was a year and a half ago. Okay, so now we're talking about now. And now he's unpopular. So you can hold on to like the year and a half ago thing, but like the whole no new wars, golden age of America hasn't panned out super well.
I mean, this isn't a war, technically. It's an armed conflict.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't had congressional approval.
My bad. Donald Trump called it a war, so I don't know. Again, this is another great point where like this is like the fourth time. You hold no agency for Donald J. Trump. You don't care if he calls it a war. You don't care what he calls it. You don't believe anything he says. You just
because I know what it is.
Okay. So does Donald Trump not? So answer this. So when Donald Trump calls it a war, does Donald Trump not know what he's talking about? Answer that question honestly.
No, he has a specific dialect. I mean, he's not the most.
He has a specific dialect. Wait. Can you define dialect?
The way somebody speaks.
Okay, so Donald Trump has a specific dialect when it comes to defining war.
Yeah.
You hold this fucking guy to no stand. You are genuinely like it is so. If Donald Trump was any further up your ass, he'd come out your mouth. Like the ways in which you will purposely just to defend the guy be disingenuous is like I've never seen anything like it, dude. You have the fucking double twist hand combo on my guy right now, bro. Let it go. Yeah. Let the guy go. Like you are sucking up to a man who does not give a damn about you. Why? For what? Like you're up here trying to argue, well, like it's not a war, Chris. Don't call it a war. I'm like, why Donald Trump called it a war? He's like, well, Donald Trump has a specific dialect. Holy fucking shit. Dude, you're such a loser. Like, what are we talking?
Am I?
What about declaring victory? When he's declared victory like 21 times. What about that?
Well, I mean, we completed our main goal within less than 24 hours. I would call that a victory.
Okay, so the Iran thing has been done.
No, our main goal has been completed, yes, but we still have an end game.
Do you see how the way we're talking could be confusing to the American people and frustrating? You would at least acknowledge that.
How is that going to be frustrating to the American people? The way that me and you were talking here. There's 700 people.
No. The way Donald Trump and the way I just outlined, like declaring victory, calling it a war, saying it would go on for 2 to 3 weeks. Do you understand why people could be a little frustrated when American service members are dead, children are dead, and the president like can't seem to give a super clear response about how things are going, what our objectives are, and how long it will take? Do you at least understand how people could see that way?
Well, he's given a clear understanding of what our objective there is.
So let's start with the timeline. 2 to 3 weeks. It's been 8 weeks. So do you see how people could be? And he kept repeating that over and over again. So like, do you see how that could be he at no point did he come out and say, okay, it's going to take longer and that's okay. And if he would have said that, but again, you couldn't even name a single instance Donald Trump said he was wrong or I'm sorry, because he doesn't do that. But like even there, if your kids are being sent to war and the president keeps like when he's asked a question about this, he's like, you're fake news. You just want to make it look so bad. We won. We're winding down very shortly. Like, do you understand how Americans could feel like that might not be true because it's been 8 weeks and he keeps saying it?
Yeah, well, because we haven't completed the main goal.
Okay, so why? So do you think it's bad communication on Donald Trump's part to say that it's only going to take 2 to 3 weeks and keep yelling how we've won?
Well, I think that he vastly underestimated the amount of time that we'd be over there. Yeah.
Okay, so that right there is bad. That's really like that's a bad communication. Like that's not great for the. Do you understand how vastly underestimating could frustrate the American people when people are dying?
No, I can understand that, but I mean, okay. like we said, whenever we went into Vietnam, you could have never expected we would have been there for 20 fucking years, but we were. Same thing with Iraq,
right?
Afghanistan. So we're still over in Iraq.
Correct. Those three are not things that you want to compete for, right? So, of course, we couldn't have, but if we look at the American response to Vietnam and Afghanistan, it wasn't great. Yeah. Well, at the point that the no new war president has got you at a point where you're like, well, we were in Vietnam for longer. Things have gone wrong. Can we please zoom out, dude?
Well, the goal would have been completed in 2 to 3 weeks if the Iranian people would have stood up and went against the fucking government like they were supposed to whenever we gave them.
That's right. That's right.
Point.
It's the Iranian people.
They didn't.
It's the Iranian people's fault.
That was their time to stand up and do it, but they didn't.
Yep. All those mothers.
So now we're stuck here.
That's right. That's right. The 176 mothers who sent their daughters to school, and then they all got instantly eviscerated by a U.S. taxpayer-funded missile. Yes. It's their fault that they didn't go in the street and
sending
protest.
Your daughters to
Get the fuck out of my life, and please don't come back. Oh my God, bro! I cannot do this bad. This is like just feels. It's so bad faith. It's so bad faith. It's so bad faith, bro. What are we doing right now, dude? It's not war. Well, Donald Trump had called it war. Well, Donald Trump has a certain dialect. I might have crashed out a little bit. I might have done it. I might have called Donald Trump a fat orange fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. You can't tell me I'm not passionate. You cannot tell me I'm not passionate, okay? And I have had people come up to me sometimes if they see me, they're like, oh my gosh, you're Chris. I'm like, yes, I am. And they often tell me, beautiful thing. They say, you're just like on TikTok Live you are in person. I say, authenticity is my thing. I apologize if I crashed out. It's not every day that I crash out. Some days are much better than others. Some days I'm more angry. Some days I'm less angry. But, dude, if someone just pushes the button over and over again, like, what are we doing there? I can't have a conversation like that. What am I supposed to do? Hello on YouTube, by the way. Linda, thanks for being a Maori Squad member. You're not. You're just spewing DNC talking points, Jim says over on YouTube, which is the same guy, by the way. There's a human being who's made 100 different accounts to spam me, and I've blocked every single one, and he still does it. So, if you're a Trump supporter, let me know. This person says, quote, who's this chick talking? Why don't you come up and talk to me? Understandable. Yeah, no. Hello.
Chris, what are you crying about today, buddy?
How old are you?
40 years old. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Aren't you like 25 years old, Chris? With a receding hairline of a 65-year-old?
I feel like I have half decent hair.
Pull your bangs back, buddy. Let's see your fucking receding hairline.
I have a big forehead. You're not, I mean, I'm not going to win on that one.
No, it's not that you have a big forehead. You have a receding hairline because you're losing your hair, bud.
That's one I'm going to disagree with. I think I've always, no, I've always had a fat ass head. Okay, there are pictures of me as a kid.
Pull your hair back, bud.
No. Do you have something productive you want to talk about? All right, you got
You're just a fucking.
You got a violation. Yeah, I had no choice. You got a violation, buddy. Oh my, bro, I am so sorry that if Nora G is still in this live. Nora G. I am so sorry that it has been 43 minutes. I feel terrible. Holy smokes. Nora G spent me $50 on Venmo. Can I get everybody to spam W's for Nora in the chat? That is unbelievably kind and never, ever, ever something I take for granted. Thank you so much. Like truly from the bottom of my heart, that is absolutely insane. I never take that for granted. Thank you. As an immigrant, this is what Nora said. As an immigrant with DACA, I wanted to thank you, Chris, for always advocating for immigrants. I love watching your lives. I appreciate your crash outs. Oh, well, that was Nora might have what's the word? Not projected it. She caused my crash out. She knew I was gonna. Whoa, that was sick. Sunflower, thanks for the rate. That was sick. Nora knew I was gonna crash out 43 minutes ago. She said she loves my crash out, so hopefully she saw it. I love watching your lives. I appreciate your crash outs. Here's a little something to show my support and appreciation. Nora, that is predicted, manifested. Thank you, chat. That is so nice. Nora, thank you. Like from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Nora, you're very kind. I really hope Nora's in here still. I'm so sorry. 43. Yo, thanks for the hat and mustache. Spaghetti? Spaghetti? Scuba? Thank you so much, Nora. Truly from the bottom of my heart. I want to be so clear. Never something I take for granted. Ever. Anyone who would like the fact that people will listen to me scream about what I'm so passionate about is like makes me. I'm so grateful. so incredibly grateful. And the fact that anyone would consider donating monetarily like means the entire world. And I hope you know, Nora and everyone else, that I don't take that for granted. W's for Nora in the chat. I really appreciate you. Seriously, you are the best. What a fucking legend. I'm trying to like the thing, but I can't even like it. I don't know what's wrong with Venmo. Bren, thank you so much for $5 over on Venmo, just because I love and support you. Bren, you're so kind. Horns up for Bren. That's not horns up. Is this horns up? Horns up. Bro, what are these? These are sick, dude. I'm getting hats all over the place. Thank you for that. That was a cool. Horns up for Bren. Bren, thank you so much for $5. Truly, also not something I take for granted. Celsius. And there it is. Thank you, Bren. I really appreciate you. Seriously, you're always so kind. You're such a great mod. An amazing mother, some say. Some people, many people. I'm saying it. I've heard good people say it. Many. I'm not necessarily saying it, but many great people have said it. I walked in. I said, "Wow, great mom." And Bren, seriously, I really appreciate $5 from the bottom of my heart. Horns up. And also, again, Nora, if you're here, thank you so much. There's links in my bio to Venmo and PayPal. Never, ever, 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 ever any pressure to support monetarily. Seriously. And lastly, join my Sway voting group, which is this sick-ass new voting app. I do not have it sounds like the way I talk about this, I'm like mega sponsored by these people. I'm not. Actually, just dig Sway. They're now on the App Store, and I want to be able to show our power as a movement, okay? As a Maori movement. You can join the Maori movement. I can see, like, you know, we have people almost from every state, and then I can make ballot recommendations, and you can be like, oh, I voted. You know, like in Illinois, 10 people said, yo, Chase, thanks for the Galaxy. I really appreciate you. Holy shit. Like 10 people in Illinois were like, I voted for Juliana Stratton. So that showed like the power of the Maori movement. It was like, okay, Chris got 10 people in Illinois to vote for Juliana Stratton, which, by the way, a beautiful next senator of Illinois. Probably at least. It's very, very likely. I don't even know who the Republican is, but he's going to get destroyed. All right, if you're a Trump supporter, let me know. I'm going to bring you up. What would Maori do? WWMD. I need that hat right there. I need a hat. What would Maori, WWMD? If you're ever confused, if you're ever thinking in life, fuck, what do I do? WWMD, what would Maori do? You know, my dad, and I think other people, if you're around my age, you know this, like sometimes you might have parents, I've heard this, who kind of get a little addicted to like Instagram and TikTok shop ads. My dad saw a hat. My dad's name is Bob. He saw a hat on TikTok shop that said, if at first you fail, just what the fuck? If at first you fail, just do it the way Bob would have done it. Or it was like, if at first you fail, it kind of falls on deaf ears if I can't remember what the hat said. It was like, I'm gonna find this. Hold up, watch this. He bought this hat off TikTok shop. He thought it was so cool that it said his name. If at first you fail, do what? I'm gonna find this. Yeah. It's this. This is the hat he has. He literally bought this TikTok shop ad. If at first you don't succeed, try doing what Bob told you to do the first time. He bought that hat. And I was like, that's why I love my father. He's so humble. He's like, it's just true. I'm like, all right. No, dude, TikTok shop's dope. All right, if you're a Trump supporter, let me know. WWMD, what would Maori do? We're just going to start letting people up. We're only looking for Trump supporters right now, even though I love everybody. I love many people. Is it Sway Vote Together?
Hello.
It is. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So you've pretty well established that Donald Trump has claimed this is a war, and that's certainly true, and I would agree that it probably is a war. I think this is part of a much broader issue of presidents sort of giving free rein to do whatever they want to do, and we've failed the system of checks and balances that existed in this country to keep things like this from happening to begin with. How would you go about fixing that, reestablishing the checks and balances to prevent something like this from happening?
I agree with that. Well, first of all, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did not, but I didn't vote for Harris either.
Captain Crunch. Well, listen, let me answer your question, and then I do have to cycle people up, but I will say quickly. Listen, I actually 100% agree with this. The executive branch has become, well, especially under this administration, I'd say this is like the largest expansion of executive authority in American history, certainly in modern American history. But I think generally we just have moved the goalpost over time about when it comes, specifically in this instance to war, but a bunch of other things about what the president can do. Yeah, the answer to this is like we have got to rein back the power of the president, and Congress, specifically Congress, needs to be able to well, there's kind of twofold here, but Congress needs to be able to hold the president in check. We've got to get people in Congress, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, who are willing to, I don't know, stand up for something they believe in and pass some type of, do literally anything at any point to, in this instance, keep Donald Trump in check from what he's doing in Iran. I think generally, though, like zooming even further out from that, when it comes to like the executive branch and the future of our country, I'm a firm believer that we need an amendment to the Constitution around this issue specifically. I think there has been as everything in the Constitution, it's, everything is always debated when it comes to the Constitution, but I think that for far too long, we have left the powers of specifically the president as it relates to the executive branch far too vague and up to interpretation. And I think that we need to create an amendment that more clearly outlines what powers the president has in relation to the executive branch as a whole, like three-letter agencies and such. And I also think that in that there can be other like amendments around just like solidifying checks and balances and like giving more power to Congress. I think that like at the end of the day, a lot of this can be functional again or near closer to function if Congress would do fucking anything. But they are just like they're just like practically not a check anymore. And so it becomes this administration being told often by judges like, hey, you can't do that. That's not allowed from the executive branch. And the executive branch is like, we don't care. And then Congress is supposed to do something about that, but they don't. So that's my answer. We need a Congress that's functioning, and we need an amendment to the Constitution to make it more clear what the powers specifically of the president are as it relates to the executive branch. Further from that, I'd have to do more thought about what that amendment could actually say. I'm not sure I'm smart enough to answer that question.
To sort of just continue off that just a little bit, I think it's incredible how many people come on here and discuss with you, and we can't even agree on the basic facts of the issue that we're debating. It's just incredible how much power the word of one person can carry. And certainly something that needs to be addressed as well is making sure that the truth is actually spoken instead of pure lies.
I agree with that too. 100%. That's an entirely other thing that relates a lot to this issue actually, and the checks and balances issue, because we have to be able to like debate on facts, and right now like nobody can agree on the facts ever because we live in an insanely divided world full of misinformation.
Absolutely.
All right, let me cycle a few people up. I appreciate you coming up.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Have a good one. All right, double tap screen, everybody. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know. I will bring you up. Right now, just looking for Trump supporters. Again, I love everybody. Everybody, great people, but let me talk to some MAGA. I know they're around. Look at this individual with a great profile picture. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
How old are you?
21.
Okay, what year were you born?
2005.
Okay. Jeez. Okay, do you like Trump?
Yep.
Why?
Where do I even start at?
I can hear the laughing.
Chrissy. So, I like Trump because of what he's doing right now. I'm getting prepared on this debate, all right? So, be prepared. So, I like Trump because, like, what he's doing right now. I like the way he's making the American people
hell yeah
have a great economy.
Hell yeah. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know. Let me know in the chat. It's easier to bring you up that way. Yeah, Ken's. Yeah, dude. Every time I get on TikTok, I swear to God, I'm going to blink, get on a TikTok live, be like, yo, how old are you? I'm 18. Yo, okay, cool. What year were you born? 2019? What the hell? No, you can't be up here. No, what do you mean? 2019 is 18? And then I'm going to realize, like, holy shit, I'm 40. Yo, who's a Trump supporter? Okay. Chad, I've actually been like, I turned 24 in January, and ever since I hit like this halfway through the year, I've kind of been like personally like anxious and freaked out about like getting older. It's this is the only time in my life that like I'm like, oh God, like 24, like I'm like, this is, I don't know. I've kind of started freaking out about the whole thing. It's not fun. Snowflake, I don't think you have oh wait, you do. Hello?
Hey.
Hi, how are you? Yo, Mike Collins, thank you so much. Signed up for the Maori movement over on Sway. Thank you, Mike Collins. You're the best. I'll check it out. Appreciate make ballot recommendations, many of them. Check out the link in my bio, Sway. Yeah, sorry. How old are you?
32.
32. Vanessa, I hear it. Okay, why do you like Trump?
I like a lot of the EOs he signed. I like a lot of the Supreme Court decisions that we've had lately. I've liked a lot of his just policies in general, but I mean his executive orders have been beautiful.
Okay. Well, look, I mean, I know that like Donald Trump promised like the golden age of America here and no new wars and stuff, and obviously like economy's struggling a bit. War is there? I mean, he has signed executive orders, but he's passed less legislation up to this point than any administration in 70 years, I think.
Can he just pass legislation by himself?
No, but usually if you have like a leader,
so it takes another branch of the government to help, right?
Right, but that's
the legislative branch, right? So he can't just do it by himself, right?
Right. Can I speak?
We're talking about Trump, right? We're not talking about the other branches.
We are. Can I talk? Can I respond to what you're saying?
I mean, you just said something that wasn't true, though.
No,
but I mean,
no. What I said was absolutely true. Is that he's signed less legislation up to this point than any president in modern American history. But I also think that, like, obviously, the president of the United States and how he guides policy decisions and guides his party. If you have leadership skills, I think you can get a lot of legislation passed. I think it's actually really, really indicative of who Donald Trump is and the type of leader he is that he's passed no legislation kind of similar to his first term where he didn't pass that much. Donald Trump has, this massive mandate, and he's got better lines in Congress than Joe Biden ever did right now. And Joe Biden passed more fiscal legislation than any president in modern American history. The reason that happened is because Joe Biden at the time, and with like some amount of leadership capabilities, could move the Democratic Party in a direction to start negotiating or working across the aisle, getting the 1 or 2 votes they needed, or 3 or 4 in certain instances when it came to, or 10 or 20 when it came to the largest investment in infrastructure since Eisenhower, or a massive expansion of veterans health care, or a massive bill for manufacturing. Like, we were able to, like, on bipartisan levels, like, make that happen. That's what happens when you have a leader who like knows how government works and can work across the aisle, as opposed to Donald Trump, who cannot do that. And I also just think Donald Trump doesn't care about people, so I don't really think he's that interested in passing legislation. But those two things could probably be true at once.
I mean, you can sit there and act like Joe Biden was this great president, but he obviously wasn't. I mean, he was a horrible president. A lot of these bills that you're talking about didn't do jack diddly squat.
Really?
So, for example,
let's go through a couple of those bills. So, what about the largest infrastructure bill since Eisenhower?
Okay, so what did that actually do?
Well, it's supposed to fund a bunch of roads and bridges.
So, show me one bridge that got built.
Well, sure, I actually can do that. But before I speak, I do want to point out, obviously, generally speaking, like $1 trillion for infrastructure is not, going to land at the doorstep immediately. Unfortunately, government is not even just that government is slow, but like, giving $1 trillion for infrastructure, building shit cannot be instantaneous. But sure, I can give a couple examples of that. And hold on. No, I'm going to give you the examples you asked.
I haven't gotten to speak at all.
You asked me a question. I'm answering your question.
I know, but you haven't let me speak at all.
I will let you.
You've just been running your mouth.
I will let you speak after I answer your question. You said name one road or bridge. Sure.
And I thought we were talking about Trump. Why are we talking about Biden right now?
I don't know.
You brought up Biden.
You
deflected from Trump. We were talking about Trump's EOs and his executive policies. Let's get back on track.
Okay.
Like Joe Biden.
I'm going to let you speak in a second, That was super, dishonest and whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of roads and bridges. A lot of states got their biggest infrastructure, money for infrastructure ever, including my home state of Georgia. Atlanta has used a lot of that money to start fixing highways that will take a very long time to fix, including, I think, 285 construction starts this week on like a 10-year project. There's a bridge in Philadelphia that burned down. They built it back in 3 days. A lot of that money came from the federal government. I gave you 2 examples. We can go back to Donald Trump now. Please take the floor.
I mean, okay, so first off, real quick, just to correct you on some of this. So, how much did he spend?
Wait, why are we going? Wait. Why are we going back to Biden? No. You are so wired. Like, why are you?
You just cut me off.
Yes. Oh my God, dude, you are like a little baby. You're a 32-year-old baby. We were having a great conversation. Then you get angry at me, and you're like, why are we talking about Biden? Let's go back to Trump. And then I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. I finished my point, and now you want to go back to Biden?
No, because you snuck that in there.
What did I sneak in?
You just snuck that in there. Oh, he did this and he did that. So let me respond real quick, and then we can go back to Trump. You're the one that brought up Biden, and then you went on this rant. Why did I bring up Biden? Wow, interrupted once again. You were the one that brought up Biden.
Yeah, why did I bring up Biden?
I'm not crying. You're the only one crying. You're the only one that has this like feminine attitude about yourself that you can't control your emotions.
Here he goes. Every single time you got somebody up here.
You resorted to name calling. You resorted to interrupting.
Here we go.
Have some composure, man.
Oh my God. Okay. You know what?
Look at that high pitched voice. What was that about?
These are people, by the way, chat, who get very insecure. Never in my entire life have my friends or I ever looked at another man. You have feminine features. Look at your high pitched voice. I'll tell you what's going on here. We have a little bit of insecurity, and that's okay. Go to therapy. It's about the motion of the ocean, not about the size of the wave. Okay, it's okay. Now listen, I'm gonna come back to zero. I'm gonna be respectful. We're gonna reset. You take the floor. We'll talk about whatever you want. I'm gonna be good faith. All right. But I feel like just then it was a little disingenuous the way that went. But I'm sorry. I'll apologize for my interrupting and my high pitched voice. Go ahead.
So first off, I'm not going to keep talking to you with the mute button. That's just dishonest. It's low IQ. It's the Parker mute button. You mute because you're losing. You mute, you lose. That's it, dude. So tell your moderator to chill out with the mute button. I haven't interrupted you. Haven't done anything disingenuous. Your moderators need to chill. So we can talk about Trump's EOs. One of the EOs that I particularly like is Executive Order 14187. I mean, that's one of my favorite EOs that he's signed.
Okay. Why?
You want to discuss that?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that like, I'm happy to discuss that. I think, the whole there's a lot of really, it's like obviously Donald Trump's really unpopular in the economy and Iran war and stuff. So I think that
he's not unpopular.
Donald, I think he's the most unpopular he's ever. Well, he's essentially at his most unpopular level ever. As unpopularity.
That's not true.
That absolutely is true.
Based off what polls?
Pretty much every single.
Can I say something to you, Chris?
Sure.
You cannot poll Donald Trump, and then real quick, the evidence has been every single election that Donald Trump has been in, and these last primaries, in what was it? The Ohio and all these other places that have had their primaries, every single one of Donald Trump candidates that was backed completely wiped the floor with the other side. This shows once again that if you're on the side of Donald Trump, you're gonna win.
Okay.
And these people these people are backing candidates that Donald Trump is getting behind. I mean, and it was just a completely floor mopping. Every single poll that you've ever had on Donald Trump has been completely wrong, including the elections where they were saying that Donald Trump was polling horribly against Kamala. And he completely mopped the floor with her.
Sure. So
they've been completely wrong.
Can I respond?
When you sit there and say polls about Donald Trump, you're not going to poll Donald Trump.
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
Just quickly. Number one, when it comes to Republican primaries, okay. When it comes to actual general special elections, I think this year Democrats have won have flipped like 14 red seats or something, including multiple seats that Donald Trump won by like over 15, and Republicans have flipped 0. So I think that number one, that's just indicative of like where the country is moving. Again, those numbers might be a little off. I don't know off the top of my head, but obviously
it's too soon to speak about that, man.
Can I please finish? I didn't interrupt you. And then lastly, when it comes to polling, yeah, look, I understand what you're saying, and I understand how we all feel about polls. I think like when you look across the board, whether it's Fox News or CNN or Politico or whatever, like it's really striking to see like, you know, we're not talking about 10 points or 20 points. We're talking about 40 and 50 point flips. I was telling you, you know, when it, like Fox News poll, do you know, approval or disapproval on cost of living for Donald Trump? Like approval was like 15% amongst independents. That's pretty striking. That's the issue that got him elected. I think when we look at polls that, you know, a CNN poll that in October of 2024, and this poll turned out to be pretty accurate at the time. I think Donald Trump was plus 11 on like cost of living, or I think it was plus 11 just on the economy in general. October of 2024, before the election, that same poll, Donald Trump is like minus 39. And so again, like, and this just makes logical sense when you see like inflation hasn't gone away. Consumer sentiment is at an all-time low. Obviously now oil prices have exploded. It's the slowest pace of hiring in 25 years, not including COVID. Like most Americans are really struggling. And obviously if you run on, hey, I'm going to fix inflation on day one and things are still really, things are still expensive, people are going to get upset. So like, yeah, I think that it's pretty clear right now that Donald Trump is like historically unpopular. But anyways, we can go to whatever we were talking about.
You just shotgunned. And that's like the thing is when you go on these rants, you try to shotgun a bunch of these points in. But let's talk about the executive order that I was talking about. So can you go ahead and look up that executive order and we can discuss it?
Can you just tell me about it? And I'll look it up.
Just look it up. I don't want to. I want you to have the source too. It's Executive Order 14187. Go ahead and look it up.
Went from a golden age of America to having to debate like single executive orders. 1418. Are we serious right now? Is this Executive Order 14187? That's what you said?
Yeah.
Protecting children from chemical and surgical mutilation.
Yep.
Again, Chad, this is like, you know, this guy's paying $5 for a price of gas. Inflation is sky high, and this is what he's getting. So what does this do? Tell me about it.
So what this basically does, and first off, you haven't been paying $5.
Okay, shut the fuck up and answer the question, or you can leave. Okay.
Once again, wow.
Yeah, I know because oh my god, this guy is so rude.
Can't look the mute button.
Okay, so answer the question. It keeps coming back to the. Do you have something you want to tell us? The whole feminine.
No, I mean, you can't control yourself. A man should be able to control his emotions, and you obviously can't do that. So, which leads me to believe that, like most feminist men that
executive order, or you can leave. I know that you have a small.
I'm trying to talk
I know that you have a small penis and you're insecure about it. If you comment on anything that's not the executive order, I'm gonna boot you. Happy to talk about the executive order. You can't keep throwing shots at me like, oh, you shotgun, oh, you this, you this, you this, and then when I give you a comment back, you get so upset and cry. Okay, you're a 32-year-old grown man. When I unmute your mic, talk about the executive order. If you talk about anything else, I'm going to kick you. I don't want to hear about the fact that you have a small penis and you get upset when some dude isn't like looking super masculine because you go home and you cry at night. This has nothing to do with me, all right? I don't care anymore. Executive order, let's talk about it. What does this do that's new?
You're threatening to boot me because you're scared to talk about this.
All right, go ahead.
So I want to talk about this, but don't bring up other subjects that I have to respond to.
Go.
You're bringing up other subjects while we're talking about this. So
please talk.
You're getting mad at me for responding. So this executive order, what it does is it prevents the government funding of these kind of mutilations that happen to children, chemical castration, and all these other things. Like, for example, not funding organizations like Planned Parenthood who give kids these hormone blockers and these puberty blockers and these things that could chemically castrate these children.
That doesn't happen.
What about did I say that doesn't happen?
Like, there's not underage children getting, I think, care in the sense that you believe they are.
100% there is.
There is not.
Okay, so you're just delusional then. You want to put money on it?
I'm not delusional. I'm just saying, like, in terms of.
Do you want to put money on it?
Can I respond to your point? I think to the actual, as the law is concerned here, like obviously in all 50 states, like any type of and again in the instance that you're talking about, using these substances for as it relates to like the LGBTQ plus community, there's not a single Planned Parenthood or that's going to be able to provide services specifically like surgery under 18 years old. When it comes to like puberty blockers and things, those are used for under 18 for a variety of other things that aren't related to anything in the LGBTQ plus community. But I'd love for you to give me some examples of this happening, and like now that this executive order is in place, it's not going to happen anymore.
So no, it's not that it's not going to happen anymore.
Can you give me an Can you give me an example of?
Cut me off already.
Yep, I did. Can you give me an example of the executive orders protecting children from chemical and surgical mutilation? Can you give me an example of this happening?
Did I make that claim?
Well, it's an executive order to stop it, so I'd hope that you could, name that.
Stop funding.
Okay, so can you be
it
more?
Didn't stop it. It stopped the funding.
Can you be more specific on the funding piece, please?
And here comes the mute button again. You're
correct. I'm trying.
You're very dishonest, man. You don't want to have an actual
I'm trying to keep
conversation with somebody that knows what they're talking about.
I'm trying to keep you on point here. So can you tell me?
I'm trying to stay on point.
Okay. You don't have to cry.
And you're making
stop. We're crying again. I don't care. When you unmute your mic,
you're running very hard.
I just want you to tell me where the funding is going and name an instance, please. Like an instance of this happening.
Planned Parenthood.
Okay, so Planned Parenthood doesn't do these types of things for people under 18.
100% they do.
They don't. Can you give me an example of that happening? I can
go to their website.
Okay. And also, Planned Parenthood provides an enormous amount of care that doesn't relate to this.
We're talking about this.
Yeah,
specifically.
I know. I'm just talking about funding.
I'm talking about all the things that Planned Parenthood does.
I know. I'm just talking about funding for Planned.
Stay on topic.
I'm just talking about Planned Parenthood in general. Quote, for now you, let's see, if you're not, here we go. Quote, this is from PlannedParenthood.org. You can legally get hormone therapy across the United States on your own if you are not a minor, which is defined by the vast majority of states as individuals over 18. If you are under 18 and you do not have a parent consent, you cannot.
So you can get it with parent consent, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you,
I never made the claim that you could.
Get the fuck out of my life. Dude, these people, I actually despise these people. I hate them so much. Like, I actually don't hate them. I don't hate them. I hate that guy. That guy is so annoying, insufferable. Just like, I don't even, there's points on life where I'm just like, I don't even want to have this conversation anymore. It's like, you're being so purposely disingenuous and gross. Golden age of America, dude wants to come up here as a 32-year-old guy, cry about how I'm, quote, feminine, and then he wants to argue about an executive order around the LGBTQ plus community. Dude said running so hard. All right. Oh, Emerald, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Noodle, I'm sorry I missed you. You don't want to talk to that guy. You don't want to talk to that guy. This guy, that guy doesn't know his lefts from his rights. So he's not a great one to talk to. Look, this guy said guest W. I'm sorry, Noodle. I'm sorry I missed you. It's just like, how could anyone not get annoyed at talking to fucking people like this? And the guy who's into comments talking, I invited him up, doesn't want to come up. Snowflakes.
Aren't you friends with Harry Sisson?
Yes.
Why are you still friends with him, knowing that he played seven women? And you're still friends with him, bro?
That's not how that happened. Do you want to talk about politics or not?
Bro, I just want to know why you're friends.
It's a yes or no question, Justin. Grown man talking about other men on Snapchat. Do you want to talk about politics or not?
Why are you friends with a womanizer, bro?
I mean, dude, these people are so annoying. I mean, we got grown men up here. Just they never want to just. Can someone just be good faith, dude? It's like one good. I haven't had one debate tonight where it's like a little bad faith. Like, it's like a little back and forth. We're passionate, we're upset, but it's like, I can talk to you. You're being honest. Snowflake, as soon as he came in, purposely dishonest. The fucking gaslighting was like next level. He asked me a question. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't think like Donald Trump, I don't think Donald Trump's passed a lot of legislation. And he's like, legislation's a different branch, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, but, and he's like, well, it's a different branch, so why are you talking about it? I'm like, well, I'm just trying to, and I'm like, can I speak? And I'm like, yeah, I think it relates. You know, Joe Biden passed a lot of legislation, Donald Trump didn't. I'm trying to show how that relates to like leadership and how, believe it or not, government is complicated. So, you know, having like a competent president or a president, in my belief, that's a leader can lead to legislation being passed. And then he was like, why the fuck are we talking about Joe Biden? Like, you just want to pivot. Like, we're like, the gaslighting is next level. 32-year-old grown man. And then every single time I'm like, dude, can you please try to not do this? He's like, you're just so effeminate. What are we doing, chat? What the fuck is going on? Like, so I can't do TikTok live. It fucks up my perception of people in the real world. I go the whole week and I look at people around me and I'm like, man, everyone's such a good person. That's how I view the world. I look at people, I'm like, that's probably, everyone's a good person. Everyone's just, you know, trying their best. And then I get on TikTok live and I'm like, bro, how do I live amongst these people? Hello?
Yo.
What's up? How old are you?
18.
Okay, cool. Why do you like Trump?
Well,
Jay, for
one thing is I disagree with abortion. So.
How? What year were you born?
Oh, sorry. What year was I born? 2007.
Okay. Yo, Brandy, thank you so much. Is there any other? Wait. If you're 18 now and you're born in 2007, how'd you vote?
I didn't vote.
Oh, you didn't vote?
No, but isn't the rule 18 plus?
I mean, yeah. It's also just like, you know, you vote.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But like, you didn't vote because you weren't. Are you going to vote in the midterms?
Yeah.
You're going to vote for Republicans?
Honestly, I don't know yet, but yeah.
Interesting. So you like Trump, pro-life, anything else, or just?
Yeah, pro-life. So question for you. I'm guessing that you're not, right?
No.
Okay, so do you support human rights?
Yes.
Okay, and so can I explain to you why the fetuses that are still in the womb have human rights?
Yeah, before you do though, do you know what the maternal mortality rate is in the United States?
What the what?
Maternal mortality rate in the United States is?
No.
Do you know what the definition of it is?
No. Okay. You could sit there and look at me, but like I was talking to you, you didn't answer my question.
I know. Yeah.
All right. So when
no,
kill...
stop. The reason I asked that is just like really like basic stuff as it relates.
You're saying like passing away, right? Like the rate of them passing away during birth, or during the
before giving birth, or excuse me, while pregnant, while giving birth, or shortly after birth. So the United States has the highest maternal mortality rate in the developed world, and in red states where, you know, there's strict abortion bans, that rate is much higher. Often, I would argue, because of, you know, the abortion bans that are in place and doctors leaving the state, et cetera. I just asked that question because I think it's like pretty disingenuous to talk about, or I just don't think it's right. It might not be disingenuous. You might just like not know, but like I think like women's healthcare like relates to, and women dying relates directly to this conversation, especially with how policy is implemented. And so I think it's just like frustrating when like people come up and they talk about it, but they like don't know how vital like women's healthcare in general is, and like a lot of women dying because of these issues that we're unaware of, because we just want to talk about like I don't know, the fetus personhood and all this fucking shit on TikTok Live. And we're two men talking about this, so it's pretty whack.
No, I don't think it's whack. I think when you're talking about murdering, right? I don't think that's whack to talk about.
But the thing is I just mentioned the maternal mortality rate, which is like women in Georgia a lot of them have to drive well over an hour to see an OBGYN. Half of our counties don't have OBGYNs. A lot of doctors got up and left the state after the state passed this like ridiculous abortion ban, and a lot of women who are pregnant and want to be pregnant and are not interested in abortion are dying because they can't find access to healthcare, or when they go to seek out that access, they're denied for a variety of reasons. And so like that is death, and that's women dying every single day. And so like it like does matter a lot, and it's pretty fucking infuriating when again like two dudes are talking about it and you're like, well, it doesn't matter because we're talking about death. It's like, yeah, but you just want to like ignore the women dying and the healthcare piece, which is fucking annoying because it is how policy works.
So do you think that more abortions happening, or women who are dying during pregnancy?
No, I don't want to. I just. I've lost my patience, chat. This is we're at the point of the night. I can't. I'm out of patience, man. I should. I bet that dude. I bet I could bring someone up. I bet I could bring Noodle up or someone else up, a woman up, and I bet that conversation would actually go pretty decent. I bet that dude would learn something. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it right now. I'm just gonna be like so honest, dude. I can't. Like, these people fucking are driving me up a wall today, bro. Glenn knows. That's right. I'm up like 140-0 and the clock's still running, dude. I'm out of gas. How old am I? I'm 24. Anna, thank you so much for $5 on Venmo. That is never something I take for granted, from the bottom of my heart. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you so much. Truly. You're very, very kind to me. I do not live in DC. I'm in Chicago right now. I really, really, really appreciate you, Anna, from the bottom of my heart. Huge W's in the chat. Never take that for granted. That's, again, I say it to everyone. That's like a Celsius, and I know there's a lot of people on live who, donations, gifts, all these different things, and it's because, oh, thanks for this, but every single day I wake up and I'm so grateful, like, truly. I know things are expensive right now, and it really, really helps me out. So thank you so much, Anna. I have a big forehead, a 5 head, if you will. You do not. That guess sucked. Go get a Celsius on me tomorrow. Anna, huge W's for Anna, and I really appreciate that. No, I have a pretty fat forehead, dude. I feel like I got a pretty big forehead. Oh, Harry, brother. Harry is, no, dude, I'm completely out of, like, last 2 guests, I couldn't even talk to him. Like, I literally couldn't. I just kicked him. And I've just completely run out of patience. Like, and that's the thing is, like, there's a point for me on live where A, it's like I'm not even enjoying it anymore. But B, if I'm not enjoying it, like, I'm like, what am I? I'm probably just doing something bad for the movement as a whole. Like, what am I doing up here? Screaming at people, like, fucking, I don't know. I mean, I am doing something, I guess, but I don't know. I don't fucking know. Tristan, thank you so much for $10 on Venmo. I never take that for granted. Harry, you want to come up here and talk to me, man? You want to come up here and fucking talk to me, buddy? Is Harry still in here? The fuck up here, kid. Don't be a bum. Come talk to me. So I'm not talking to a guest for at least a minute, or a MAGA individual. Tristan, thanks so much for $10. No need to read aloud. Just wanted to say I'm glad to see you back on live tonight. Your recent YouTube videos have been fire. Excellent coverage and meaningful commentary. If you ever see me in the comments, Tristan, thank you so much for $10. I really appreciate you. If I ever see you in the comments, I will absolutely follow you back. Can I get a million W's for Tristan in the chat? $10 really means the world. And thank you for the comments on my YouTube videos. I've really been trying. I'm trying hard on the YouTube videos. Like, that actually means the entire world to me. Can we get a million W's for Tristan? $10 is never, ever something I take for granted. If I see you down there, I'll follow you back. Where's my YouTube chat, by the way? Have I had my YouTube chat closed? Uh-oh. I think it was, hello? You MAGA?
Yep.
You MAGA?
Yeah, I'm MAGA, yeah.
Oh, wait, there's my YouTube chat. Hold up. I'm sorry, YouTube chat. I was crashing out the last guy. Hello, YouTube chat. Hello. Alex, good to see you. Oh, okay, we have, oh my God, there's a guy, dude, Harry, I'm losing it, bro. There's a guy who makes so many different accounts and he gets blocked. He's made like 150 accounts. Every video, every live, he posts pictures of me from like high school on my Instagram, on all my videos, and it's driving me nuts. And
keep up the good work, bro.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, bro.
What, like, oh my goodness. It's, hi, Grits. How are you over on YouTube? I appreciate you. But Tristan, thank you so much for $10. It's never, ever something I take for granted, ever. Truly, I mean it. I really appreciate it. If I see you, I'll drop you a follow. You're the best. And Jennifer, thank you so much for $20. You're amazing. Dawn to Harry Sisson, Little Heart. Love that. Jennifer, thank you so much for $20. Go get a million W's in the chat. Again, never something I take for granted. Jennifer, it is so fucking good to see you. Chris, these freaking people are so infuriating. However, as usual, please stay as kind to yourself as you are to us. You make me proud that you always fight the good fight. Man, Jennifer is always bringing up the spirits. Always bringing up the spirits, Jennifer. Huge W's for Jennifer in the chat. I really appreciate damn, Chase with the Galaxy to Harry. I really appreciate $20. Seriously, never ever take it for granted. Never take it for Jennifer. Jennifer, it's a pleasure to see you. I hope you're well. And truly to everybody, I never take any, like, I love all of you. I love all of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much for all that support. It's insane. Especially gas is so expensive. It costs many dollars to fill up the old whip.
Whose fault is that, Chris?
It's Donnie T's. It's Donnie T's. The monkeys, bro. The monkeys. Now listen, Harry, let's have a conversation. We need to make a YouTube video together, buddy.
I know, dude. Look, I mean, I guess it's something I'd say. Like, dude, it's just an extra piece of content every day that we both get up.
Yeah,
it's such an easy thing. I can't believe we haven't found a way to take our phone calls where we just chop it up for 30 minutes about politics into some. That's just crazy.
No, yeah, it's not good. I mean, I wonder on YouTube, how long would those YouTube videos be like? Would they be what, 15 minutes or 20 minutes?
Yeah, probably something like that. Something super easy, light.
And then we're both on Restream or something, and then we can we have a screen. Chase,
I don't know, dude. I still have an active Riverside subscription. I pay for it every month, bro.
Are you serious?
Yes, dude. And I don't even use it.
All right, well.
So we should do something like that. Totally. Yo! Shout out Cody Green. Congrats on the book, brother. Congrats on the book.
What?
Cody Green, man. Look at me in the comments. What you mean, who?
I'm sorry, I'm fucking with my lights. Hold on a second.
No, you met Cody last year, and I think it was trending up. I think we met him.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. Wait, he's in the comments?
Yeah. Shout out Cody, brother.
Ken's on the book, I know, man. Dude. Harry, everyone always talking about how we got to start a podcast, bro. Oh, there's Cody Green.
Shout out Cody Green.
Oh, bro, I love Cody. Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Cody,
he just published a book.
Cody and I, I gotta read this guy's book. Dude, Cody and I were chopping it up at this bar in DC together. We were shot. Cody, I know you remember this night. We were in the lobby, and then we all went. We were with Olivia, and dude, you and I were chopping it up, bro. It was a good time.
Yeah, man. That's a good dude right there. That's a good dude.
Good guy, good individual.
So,
so we should make a podcast. We should make some YouTube videos. Hell yeah, man. Great time, Cody. It was good.
Because oh man, so many people be doing exactly this. Aren't we?
It's because we're gonna be it's gonna be. I'll tell you why. Because every time we think about it, it's we have to figure out how to do it.
Bro, this, honestly, I actually think this is the easiest idea we've...
Chase, dude, you're going insane. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Sorry, I'm getting a FaceTime call. Sorry, I said, I think this is the easiest idea we've ever had. It's the easiest lift ever. Okay. Launching the pod... Yeah, bro, that was tough.
Big lift, many lifts. But wait. So if it's how do we even do we each just how do we get it to flow? I don't 20 minutes. Oh, what do you think about this? And then I just give a comment, and then you're
just yeah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, dude, let's just rip it. Let's just fucking rip it, dude.
I mean, that's probably a good point. We probably do have to have a conversation about flow.
No, but we can
figure out flow.
You figure it out so fast. It's remember how we used to say you can't even think about doing. Remember when you were in this apartment? Actually, it was the other apartment, and we were talking about how it was so fucking hard to make YouTube videos because we were dude, we can't figure out how to talk for 10 minutes, and now we both do a billion a day. So it's you figure it out, dude.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We could. I love talking for 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
I'll be talking.
Guys, you've got to see this.
Okay, I haven't done that in years, bro. Y'all whatever, bro.
Guys, we have some amazing...
I will... No, you're good, bro.
Guys, we have some amazing news. President Biden...
I'm gonna go, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go hit up Mockler to do this with instead, bro. I'm going to see if Mockler wants... Yeah, that's what I thought. Shout out Mockler.
What's new with you, bro? He's the same shit that was. Did we talk on the phone today? No, I guess we didn't.
No, I don't think so.
I was watching the fucking Lakers. Oh my god!
Don't even get me started, bro. All LeBron needs some help, man. LeBron needs
no help.
Shout out AR. I probably shouldn't say that online.
Yeah. Shout out Austin Reeves. Yeah.
Shout out Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves put up 30 plus. He's getting back in the groove. He was rusty, of course, because he's out for a month.
Now LeBron's got to come back down 0-2.
Bro, so what, bro? He's done it before, man.
That's
He'd
right.
be good.
That's right.
And they're going back to LA. Dude.
Look, the reality
OKC is a team full of losers. And they are floppers. SGA doesn't get touched and he's on the floor.
I know. It's just like the problem. It's in the same game. Well, I mean, this game was like more competitive than the last game, but like the Lakers were up at halftime this game. But both games they've kept it. They definitely played better this game than they did last game. Both games they kept it like relatively close the entire game, and then just fell apart like in the fourth quarter. And that's the problem. Is like good basketball teams, like you stay competitive, and then you get tired, and it's a game of runs, and all of a sudden OKC goes on like a 22 run, and they have such a deep lineup. Everybody can shoot, everybody can do everything. Yeah. They double SGA, and everyone else can make a shot. And meanwhile, LeBron's on the floor, sets someone up wide fucking open brick, dude. He's got to take DoorDash.
Dude, do you think if Luka was back, they'd be a little bit more competitive?
Oh my god!
Think this is
no, absolutely. Luka was the leading scorer this year. He averaged like 33 a game or something.
I cannot believe if the Lakers go out.
Oh, it's actually true. Well, that's the thing is like this is how tragic this whole thing is because in the month of April they played 18 games. I think they went or in their last 18 because they didn't play 18 in April, I don't think. But in their last 18 games or in the month of April, whatever it was, they went like 17-1. Okay.
Yeah.
They were playing unbelievable basketball. Luka Doncic was averaging like 40 a game. He had like 250 pieces. LeBron found his rhythm and didn't have to fucking carry because he's 41. He was just, a pass first type of guy, leading the team. Austin Reeves going ballistic. Then they both go down. It's brutal. By the way, Harry Noah says, bro fell off so hard. By the way, I just want to point out in the bro fell off so hard for the Harry conversation. I literally was just looking at the Spotify, like the top ranked podcast. Harry Sisson just surpassed the Rachel Maddow show for like number 32 worldwide on the news podcast. So yeah, fell off so hard, bro. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hit him with an uppercut right there, Chris. God damn.
I had to defend my boy.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. No, you're right, dude. You're right. There was Luka. There was like one game where I think it was against the Mavs where Luka hit that like. No. Maybe it wasn't the Mavs. Anyway, he hit that last minute shot, like fadeaway jumper. Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. This guy, I don't think I haven't really looked, but I don't think there's like any possibility he's going to come back.
No, I've been like.
But that's why LeBron's going to carry them to victory. Listen, going back to LA, the reality here after watching the entire game, what are the Lakers are fucked. No, this is what the problem is. There's not much in the game plan that like you can improve on. Like the reality is that like defensively they're doing everything they can. They probably need to hustle a little harder. They could have gotten out to a much bigger lead in the first if they were like hitting shots. They were getting good shots. They were taking good shots. But the reality is like they've just got to be able to keep up defensively. And I don't know, dude. They were trying to they would double SGA and then sometimes they'd run a zone. But the OKC team like moves the ball so well and they're such a pass first team that like someone's going to be open and hit it. So.
And Jared McCain, dude, out of nowhere, Jared McCain is hitting back-to-back threes.
And that's the thing is like, you know what pisses me off every time I see fucking shit like that is like Jared McCain, fucking a TikToker, dude can hoop. Don't get me wrong, dude can hoop. But like LeBron James has been in the league for 23 years. 23. Dude, he is still in his prime. 23 straight. I'm 24. My entire life, LeBron James has been dominating the NBA. Not a single time have I seen a guy on LeBron's team in the last I won't go back to the Heat, but since he rejoined the Cavs, then came to like, not a single time have I seen someone like fucking all these dudes who just hoop out of nowhere. LeBron never has that. Like, I'm not talking about like Luka or AR people who can hoop. I'm talking about where the fuck, like, LeBron never has a fucking teammate that can just like post some TikToks like renegade, and then fucking hit like 4 threes every time. He's like passing to some dude. He's passing to like I'm trying to think like he's passing a fucking like give me a name on like an old. I'm gonna think of who was the Lakers point guard? Who's the bubble Lakers point guard? Who is the Lakers point guard in 2021? It's that dude who got busted to the G. I hated that dude so much. The dude who got sent down to the G League, and he's built insane. Not Rondo. No, not Rondo. Not old Rondo. I'm talking. Oh man,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I really wish somebody was gonna. It doesn't matter. The point being is like, why can like LeBron's role players never play like that? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
The Lakers point guard he's got like an acronym name. Watch, I'll find this. Like fucking Lakers guard. You got any plans for the weekend, man?
Yeah, bro.
You go.
I actually have a breakfast meeting tomorrow, so that's what I got.
What?
Yeah, I got a breakfast meeting tomorrow.
A breakfast meeting, bro?
Yeah.
With fucking who, bro?
You gonna find out?
No, probably not.
I'll tell you after.
It was Horton Tucker, dude. THT. That's who I'm fucking thinking of. Oh my god, like THT can never fucking hoop like that, dude. Hachimura is hooping. That dude is hooping.
Hachimura turned up, dude.
That dude is hooping. They were saying on this thing that he was the Japanese Michael Jordan. I'm like, all right, bro, what is going on right now? They said that on TNT or on Prime, whatever it was. So. Dude, I know he's so. That's what I'm saying. Like, can LeBron get like a? Oh my god, dude, he's taking like fucking like this. This is the only stat you need to know about LeBron being the GOAT. LeBron James, his most playoff games played ever, like with a single teammate, Ilgauskas.
That's insane.
Fucking Ilgauskas. The most playoff games played with Michael Jordan is Scottie Pippen. Okay, that's the only stat you need to know, dude. Fucking Ilgauskas. Dude, what is Josh? Oh, Harry, you ever talked to Josh before? You don't want to, bro.
I don't think so. I don't think I have, but I also saw this tweet tonight that went super viral. That was like, send DeAndre Ayton to Afghanistan.
Bro.
Got like 50,000 likes in an hour.
That's what I'm saying is like Ayton being like a number one pick. Like he's. So I'm saying, but dude cannot hoop. Dude is so bad. Dude is so bad.
Yeah.
Here, talk to Josh, Harry.
Who's Josh?
He's like one of the worst people you've ever met, which will be.
Why do I want to talk to this guy
then? He's like, then why would I want to do that?
Fuck, Harry, bro. It's been a minute.
A minute since when? Have I talked to you before?
Exactly, never. No, you never go on TikTok. I've been looking for your ass. I've already cooked Chris.
I just want to. Harry,
you're one of those guys.
Harry, just to be clear, this guy like I had to kick him, and I told him not to come back. He made 3 different backup accounts just to come up, and then he tried to join live earlier, and he was in the middle
That's
of.
not correct.
He was in the middle of a bar. Okay, this guy's like a freak. He's stalking.
You invited me, Chris.
You're at a bar on a Thursday? Are you like a 4?
Yeah, no, I accepted an invite from you, and then I'm at the bar, and then you, yeah.
That's right, Harry. That's right, Harry.
Hey, look at your scent, my friend.
Are you look like a 4 nights out a week kind of guy? The bar on Thursday? You go like you going like Thursday, Friday?
No, it's
Saturday?
just Thursdays, Harry. I mean, it's karaoke night. You know, you can let loose a little bit. You know.
What's your karaoke song? What do you go to?
Oh no, I just watch all the troglodytes, such as yourself, just sing songs. You know.
You sound like the worst person to be around ever. Like, do you have any? Who are you going with? Are you just going there alone?
No, exactly. Hey, let's talk about politics, Harry.
Okay.
Okay, for sure.
Give me your hottest take right now on world events, politics. Go ahead.
Hottest take on world events is probably
politics, whatever you want.
Which Chris already got like dog walked on by my boy Toxic, stumbling everywhere. But do you think Donald Trump's still a pedophile, bud?
I think Donald Trump enabled it. Yeah.
You think Donald Trump enabled pedophilia?
Okay,
yeah,
bro. Can we not say those words on TikTok Live?
You're allowed to say those words, Chris, and you know it.
Just work around it. No. Bring him back.
I'll bring him back, but he has got, dude. This got me banned last time. He did the same thing last time. Josh, I will let you talk to Sisson, but please, bro, please try, because the last time this happened, like the whole reason I kicked you the very first time we talked like 3 days ago is because of this.
Yeah.
You did not get banned from my.
You got a restriction. I had to kick you. You got a restriction.
Buddy, either you do it or you don't. If you don't, you get kicked. If you do, you can stay. So it's just what it is. There's no arguing that. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, cool. So go ahead. Pick up where you left off. Just like
okay, Epstein files. You still think Donald Trump's a P3DO, correct?
I think he enabled it, certainly.
How does he enable it?
So I think a couple of ways, and I think we have evidence suggesting that's pretty strong here. So number one, there's this Wall Street Journal article that talked about the falling out of Trump and Epstein, and they included this unknown detail prior to this moment, and they talked to a bunch of Mar-a-Lago employees to figure this out. and it was that Epstein was not a member of Mar-a-Lago, but he was being given member benefits from Donald Trump personally. And so those benefits included having house calls, people going to your house and giving you
correct. Yeah. So, and when did it end?
Wait. I'm just gonna finish it, and then we can.
No. We can just cut to the
chase. Josh, this is you gotta be good faith. Harry's clearly attempting to be good faith here. You guys can have a conversation. We gotta let him finish.
Yeah. I haven't interrupted you. I haven't insulted you. We'll get to that though. I promise. So it's house calls, and so Epstein was not a member. Everybody in the spa, they went on the record here at the Wall Street Journal for this article. Everyone at the spa knew that Epstein was creepy, knew what he did, and knew what he did to people inside Mar-a-Lago. And yet Donald Trump continued to send people to his home anyway. These are young girls, adults, any age. It doesn't, obviously it's all bad. And yet we know that Epstein was doing bad things to these people at these house calls. Another way we know is Donald Trump has tried to frame this as a positive argument.
Dude, this is a complete fallacy of reality.
So why is this a fallacy?
I would hate your live to get banned for misinformation.
Why is it a fallacy? What's wrong with what I just said?
Well, what's wrong with what you just said is actually the time frame of this, right?
Okay, so what's the time?
When you're talking about Epstein taking girls from Mar-a-Lago, we're talking about what? Is that 2003, 2004, 2005?
It was the late 1990s and early 2000s.
Wait, when did Donald...
Let Harry respond.
It was the late 1990s.
When did Donald Trump get rid of Jeffrey Epstein in
Josh,
Mar-a-Lago?
come on, bro.
It was the late 1990s, early 2000s that's cited in this article. Have you even read the article I'm referencing?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so what was the article about? What was the main topic?
Jeffrey Epstein stealing girls from Donald Trump.
No, that's actually not what the main topic of the article was. The main topic of the article was Epstein and Donald Trump's falling out. This was the context leading up to the fallout. You just have not read the article. I can tell you
for sure. Yeah, no, I just read the Epstein files that were about this same exact article. Constructed, right? So it sounds like you just read the headline.
You didn't read the article.
And then what? Did you go?
YouTube. I muted myself. What's happening on YouTube? People said the audio's messed up. YouTube, we good? They're talking right now on TikTok, but I muted the audio. Is there something wrong over here? Maybe better now? Maybe?
Trump enabling it, which is if everybody in the spa knew that Epstein was creepy, even Donald Trump's wife, Marla Maples at the time, came to him and said, I think that Epstein's creepy. She went to the bodyguard saying, I think there's something wrong with Epstein. So Trump obviously knew. His wife was telling him things. The employees knew. Donald Trump was actively sending people to Epstein that he presumably knew was doing bad things to them.
Wait. Back up.
Right.
So, wait, where's the correlation to Donald still sending women over there?
So everybody in the spa knew that Epstein was creepy, and the article cites...
No, it sounds like it's about the same exact time that Donald Trump even stated that Epstein was creepy and 86 from Mar-a-Lago. Yeah.
No, so...
so give me a time frame and then give me a source for your time frame. Your source doesn't give that.
I've given you the time frame already and the article. It's from the Wall Street Journal. You can look up, I'm sure if you look up like Trump Epstein falling out, it'll come up. It's probably the first thing. It's a decently long article. But it's the Wall Street Journal. It's that article. And they also cite Donald Trump's wife going to him and expressing concern. And is the argument really that everybody in this club in Donald Trump's business that he's operating knew Epstein was creepy except Donald Trump? And by the way, we know that Donald Trump
literally even said that too.
We know that Donald Trump.
So what year was this, Harry? Here, I'm not even going to look at the article.
Josh.
I've told you how many times do I have to say the years, brother?
Josh,
give me the year. Give me the year.
Oh, damn it.
The late 1990s and early 2000s.
That's an incorrect year fragment.
That's the time frame cited in the article, my man.
Okay, for sure. So
okay. And wait, let me just add one more. Let me add one more thing because Donald Trump has talked about this publicly. Let me add one more thing here because you're asking how did Trump know? We have in the Epstein files, there was a document of Donald Trump speaking, or a Palm Beach police officer who was part of the initial investigation into Epstein.
Harry, one more time that Wall Street Journal article.
Josh.
Yeah, I'm looking
Harry's being so good faith. Please, just let me.
I'm not even. Yeah,
can you just because I need it.
What do you need?
I'm not. First of all, I'm not.
What's that Wall Street Journal article, please, Harry?
I'm happy if you just listen. I'm happy to give you the exact name. I can.
So just give it to me right now.
And I'm gonna finish my. Let Harry finish, dude. I don't want to have to use the mute button, but you need
I'll just take a breather, brother. Just take a breather. You're okay.
Okay,
You'll get the
bro.
article, I promise. But I already told you can just look
Give
it
me
up.
the
You'll probably
article
find
so
it.
you can monologue after
Have
that.
you looked it up, or do you want me to do your
Yes,
homework?
I'm on Wall Street Journal right now.
Okay.
Now
All
give
right.
me the article headline.
All right, but I'm gonna finish the sentence I was saying, and then I'll.
No, how about you give me
Josh,
No,
let him
you don't-
finish
you don't
the
get to
sentence.
dictate-
Josh, let him finish the
You
sentence.
don't get to
please,
dictate
dude.
the way of which I'm speaking.
He's
Anyway,
because he also gave you the article like 4 times, but you wanted to act like you had already read it. You literally said, "I read it."
Yeah, you said
and
you
now
read-
you
you
want
said you read the
to.
article.
So just let him finish.
Okay, let's get
Josh, he'll let him finish. He'll give you the article name. Please stop interrupting. I don't want to have to mute you, dude. I don't. You guys can have this conversation. Just stop. Go, Harry.
All right, cool. So the final thing I want to say is in the early 2000s as well, in an initial investigation into Epstein, when it became public that it was known, Donald Trump spoke to a police officer who was working in the Palm Beach Police Department, and in the Epstein files, this officer testified under oath that Trump said something along the lines of, "Thank God you're doing something about Epstein. Everybody in New York and Florida knows that he's creepy." And so the question is, why did Donald Trump not say anything to anybody? He's saying to this police officer, "Thank God you're doing something about him," which indicates that Donald Trump knew something enough for him to be like, "Thank God you're doing something about him." So why not do anything? And the article is called, are you ready? You can unmute now. I'm asking, are you ready? Giving the headline.
I'm inviting you to unmute, Josh.
Yeah, waiting.
Okay, the article is called "The Incident That Prompted Trump to Ban Epstein from Mar-a-Lago Spa."
And now, Josh, you're going to get to speak. Okay. And while Josh is speaking, I trust Harry will let him speak. I'm going to step away for 45 seconds to use the bathroom. I trust that you guys won't interrupt each other. It's now Josh's turn. Yeah?
I'm ready.
Harry, say okay, Harry. I'm sorry.
Now, why don't you get out of here, bro? No, it's not making it any better, bro. It's making it worse.
Chad, I'll be right back.
This article makes it worse.
Okay, how so? I mean, it makes it worse for Trump. Yeah,
it's an opinion. It's an opinion piece article.
It's not an opinion piece.
Purely, yes, it is. Are you?
Where does it
joking?
say opinion piece? Where does it say?
Dude, the first fucking paragraph of this is Jeffrey Epstein wasn't a frequent visitor to Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club in the late 1990s and early 2000s. The club was also sending spa employees, usually young women, to Epstein's nearby mansion for massages, manicures, and other spa services, according to former Mar-a-Lago and Epstein employees. This is hearsay.
How is that
and
hearsay?
pushed.
That's literally not the definition of hearsay.
What's the definition of hearsay, Harry?
So hearsay in court would, for example, be somebody was told something and then that person told another person, and the third person in the equation is testifying as to what they were told by a person.
Perfect. So according to a Mar-a-Lago employee to the reporter that's writing this article, isn't that hearsay?
It's not the reporter making the claim. They're citing
exactly.
a Mar-a-Lago
It's somebody else that they've reached out to. That's literally textbook hearsay.
This is not the definition of hearsay. If a reporter is
you
reporting
just said
something,
the definition of hearsay, and
Josh,
you
listen, bud.
Okay,
If
it doesn't
the
really
reporter-
matter. It's still opinion based. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't just a frequent visitor to Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club in the late 1990s and early 2000s. The club was also sending spa employees, usually young women, and that's by the way ostracized, to Epstein's nearby mansions for massages, manicures, and other spa services, according to former Mar-a-Lago and Epstein employees. The House calls went
Keep reading. No, keep reading. No, read that.
Yeah, okay, no, I will, because it's still hearsay, right? And this is a third-party reference off of an opinion article, isn't it?
It's not hearsay. It is not hearsay.
How is this not hearsay?
Because as I said, like if somebody
warned each other about Epstein, who was known among staff.
You asked me how. Wait. You asked me what's hearsay, and then you talk over me
during the appointments, according to former Mar-a-Lago employees.
Yeah. Wait. Read
That's
it again.
hearsay.
Read it again. See it again. No. Let me. Okay. If you just be quiet for 5 seconds, I'll explain. So if somebody who experienced something tells a reporter about the thing that they experienced, the reporter reporting on that is not hearsay.
How many years is this, by the way?
It said in the late 1990s and early 2000s.
And this came out 4 months ago, this article.
Yeah, December 30th, 2025.
Wow, fuck, man, that's weird.
I mean, not at all, actually. A lot of things go unreported for many, many years.
Really? Is that your standpoint?
I mean, most of Epstein went pretty
actually,
unreported
Harry, I think,
until right now.
I don't want to do this dig, man, but I'll do this dig without actually saying the dig. But I think most things actually come out almost instantaneously, don't you think?
No, I don't think, actually. No, not at all.
Well, I think so.
Well, I think you're wrong. I think there's plenty of examples.
Especially pertaining to you, I think that was rather quick, wasn't it?
I mean, I guess, yeah, that I had a roster. Yeah.
So, do you think? Could you imagine if you were in the?
So, Josh, let's
let him continue. Let him continue.
No, I.
Go ahead.
Let's imagine if you were in the same situation. Like, let's say you were running for president, right? And then instead of this immediate shit that you had to deal with, you have it 20 years from now. And let's say that you didn't do it, because you did do it, right?
Yeah, I had a roster on Snapchat.
You didn't do anything bad. You didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't illegal. None of that.
Josh, can we get back to
this comes out? This comes out instantaneously. Now, imagine 20 years from now, you're running for president, and then all of a sudden there's these accusations based off of what you dealt with within the last 2 years.
That I had a roster on Snapchat.
Wouldn't you think that's
Josh,
a little?
Let him respond.
Josh,
it's a bit of a kangaroo court, don't you think?
Josh, here let me explain a lot of like what you're talking about, because like having me have a roster on Snapchat as a single man at like 21 years old in the same conversation about
Stop, Josh.
Wait, Ross,
let him finish. Josh, I don't want to have to mute you, Josh. I do not want to have to mute you. Please.
I just let you speak.
Don't mute me.
Stop.
Josh, I just let you speak. If you don't have self-control. Okay, Josh, if you have self-control, we won't mute you. Just be quiet, yeah? Deal?
Deal, yeah.
Okay, good, wonderful. So having this be at all in the same conversation is just insane, number one. But also, number two, you asked about this Epstein article, and then you haven't even read it. You read like the first 2 paragraphs, of which are bad for Donald Trump, and then you immediately wrote it off as an opinion piece, of which it is not an opinion piece. You also misstated the definition of hearsay, which somebody speaking to a reporter about an experience they had is not hearsay. That's like saying like a witness testifying in court about something they experienced to an attorney is hearsay. Absolutely not. It is coming directly from somebody who experienced it, and the reporter is just relaying their experience. It's not the reporter saying something as a matter of fact of like, oh, I know this experience to be true because of X, Y, and Z. This is what the reporter's saying. They're citing these. Josh, you said you can control yourself. Josh, you said you can control yourself.
But that's incorrect. That's an incorrect representation of my argument. Harry, that's an incorrect.
Well, then you are very able. You are very able to correct me in just a moment. Now, you said you wanted to talk about this Epstein article. You went through 2 paragraphs, have not read the entire thing. You're already writing it off as an opinion piece. Don't you think that's irresponsible when you don't know what the article says?
Absolutely not, because we already seen.
I thought you said you read it.
I thought, you said you read it.
We already seen the first 2 paragraphs says it's a hearsay article. You did define hearsay.
Wait, I'm just who do you want?
This is a third party. This is a third party. This isn't somebody.
Josh,
this isn't somebody that's a victim that's saying this, Harry.
Josh, who do you want them to cite? Like, who exactly would be a good source of information?
Probably the victim.
Okay, so a lot of victims have talked about this already, but they're also citing employees who witnessed this stuff and were part of this stuff, and it also does not say if they are or are not victims.
No, well, we're in a hearsay article. We're in a hearsay argument.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to just cut everybody off, but Josh, there's dozens of victims who have been talking to the press every day, including the most prominent, well-known victim, Virginia Giuffre, who's no longer with us, with her family, literally on the news. Shut the fuck up, because I'm trying to speak.
I haven't been.
Okay, Josh, if you can't control yourself, I'm going to have to mute you. Okay, please let me speak. There are dozens of victims all the time who are screaming that the Trump administration needs to release this information, including Virginia Giuffre's family. You don't take them at their word. So it's like, why would that? Like, I just see a lot of hypocrisy in your statement of, oh, well, maybe they should have talked to the victims. There's a bunch of victims saying the same thing Harry is saying, and you have nothing to say about it. So now
that was the shittiest argument I've ever heard.
Why?
I thought
Why are you fucking kidding me? Because you're going off of like Epstein fucking files arguments. Like that's a
wait. What?
Yeah,
you said to Nate. You said the victims. So I'm saying there are dozens of victims who are speaking
in
on
a 2-decade-old closed case.
Wait,
you're going to
so
use the victims off of that?
Okay, so hold on a second.
Closed case. Yeah.
Wait.
Is the Epstein files? Hey, wait. Are the Epstein files currently being investigated? Yes or no?
Wait. Well, yeah, actually, there are multiple investigations
they're
taking
not.
place across the country. Yeah, they're in New Mexico. They're investigating Epstein's Zorro Ranch, which has never been looked into before. Matter of fact, it was actually attempted to be looked into before in Trump's first administration. The Trump administration shut it down. So yeah, there's active investigations taking place.
And also, I wasn't saying anything about the files. You said I'm muting you because I know you're going to speak because you always interrupt, and it's really it's infuriating.
You can just wait a second,
but
bro.
you said to Harry, Harry said who? Now I'm super zoomed in. Harry said,
"Oh my God, dude, figure that out." They're currently investigating Soros Ranch, right, Harry?
Josh.
Okay, for sure. Like, isn't that a good thing to tell your?
Shut the fuck up. Please, I told you.
No, stop muting me,
Josh.
Man.
I told you I was speaking.
Bad on you.
I've been trying to speak as I fix.
Well, no, you're trying to figure out your fucking camera. So let me and Harry speak.
No, my camera is fixed. You told Harry about the WAPO article. Harry said, "Who would you like to hear from if this is quote hearsay?" Which it's not. You said, "How about the victims?" So what about the dozens of victims who are saying the same thing Harry is saying on the news like every day and in front of the Capitol like every day?
I didn't understand that question. It didn't sound like English.
All right.
So, so do you not believe Virginia Giuffre's story? I mean, she talked about it.
Okay.
Not at all.
So you don't believe.
Okay,
so you don't believe
Josh,
the victims.
Here's the. Okay, I understand what we're arguing against right now. We're arguing against a Trump fanboy who, when Trump says something about these,
how is that a Trump fanboy? How about somebody that's actually
No, you are a Trump fanboy, and Donald Trump makes a claim about these files,
and then
you
pushing
believe that
those
to be
headlines.
true. You believe that to be true. When victims are talking about their experience, which is a universal experience, might I add, a lot of people experience the same thing, you don't believe them. So you're a Trump fanboy. That's what it is. Yeah, you can speak. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, you know what, Harry? I'm just so glad that I got to talk to you. You are exactly what I thought you would be. I'm very glad.
Yeah, you're right. I'm right. Exactly.
I just sat here and cooked you guys about the Epstein files. Thank you.
All right, Josh, you be safe.
You gotta be okay. I mean, that's just another level. We didn't even make an argument.
Yeah, shout out Jack Bauer's mom for the Galaxy. Here's the thing, dude. I did not like. I will admit there are times where I am not as good faith as I should be because I'm angry and I'm upset. I was trying so hard to let Josh and Harry have a conversation, but I had to keep using the mute button because the dude just will not stop talking.
No, he just doesn't like he just doesn't know. I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
And yeah, it was pretty disingenuous. Like I felt like, kind of skipped over the fact that it was like, have you read the WAPO article I'm talking about? Yeah, I've read it. And then like the next 20 minutes is him pulling it up and being like, all I need to do is read the first 2 paragraphs because I haven't read it. And it's like, so you just lied.
Yeah, and he's like, he also doesn't know the definition of hearsay. He's like, if you talk to employees who witnessed something themselves as a reporter, that's hearsay. So
there are no witnesses anymore in court.
Yeah, exactly. According to this guy, unless you are a reporter and you must experience everything you report on, then all of it is hearsay. Which
Jack and
geez Louise,
thank you
bro.
so much for the Galaxy.
Jack and mom. Yeah, hearsay is also illegal, sir. You're exactly right, and it's I don't know. Anyway, it does. I mean,
we live in a society. Nice job though. Good work.
I mean, we didn't even get into the meat of things. I wanted him to talk about how Trump said to a police officer, he's like, "Thank God you're looking into it because he's creepy." It's like, well, why didn't you say something?
He said, "I feel like that's a problem. I feel like that's."
Like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah. Everybody in New York knows he's creepy. Okay,
bro.
Number one,
shout out.
What do you mean by that? Number two, who's everybody, bro? Are you saying there's people out there that know this that are quiet about this?
Yeah, and it's also like, oh, why would this go unreported for so long? It's like, wait, what? I feel like
you don't get it, Chris.
So many of the Epstein stories have gone unreported for so fucking like. Why was Howard Lutnick's relationship to Jeffrey Epstein not reported for a long time? I don't know. Maybe he got in a super high position of government, and then people were like, "We should try to figure out what this dude's relation is to Jeffrey Epstein."
And by the way, like I think it's Marie and Anna Farmer, who were some of the first known victims of Epstein. They told their story to a reporter who tried to run an article. I think it was in Time magazine, or maybe it was the Atlantic, or something, some like really, really reliable publication. They tried to run their story. A reporter talked to them about their story, was going to publish it, and then the editor, this guy, took it out.
What?
Because they were getting a lot of threats. And then the guys found like a bullet on his home in Connecticut, the patio of his home in Connecticut.
Bro,
and he said he took the article out because there wasn't enough to back it up and they weren't sure about it. But they were getting a lot of threats and targets on them. And then the story was taken out, meaning that their story, which could have been reported on very early in the early 2000s, was never talked about because this guy backed out because of the threats they were getting.
That's not.
So, oh, yeah, okay. Wonder why the story hasn't come out? Oh, my God. I mean, you know, it's because there has been like a systemic suppression of people who've tried to talk about this. And only up until recently has there been a movement for transparency and for people to actually speak about it. So, I mean, this fucking idiot. He doesn't know anything.
That's like really well said.
There's also like a
insanely depressing. I was just going to say insanely depressing. Also, by the way, just really quickly, sorry, TJ, it's really good to see you. Thanks for being a MAGA Squad member. And thanks for our $5 over on YouTube. I really, really appreciate you. Men who rant on abortion should read Ejaculation Responsibility. What an amazing guy TJ is.
Wow.
What a great person. I actually really appreciate you. Seriously. Thank you so much, TJ. And also, Trey, thank you so much. Talking about some of the Iran war stuff from earlier. Trey, sorry I missed that. But again, never, ever take that for granted. TJ, you're the best. Trey, you as well. You guys rock. Seriously, I really appreciate that level of support. It means the world. Harry, sorry I interrupted you.
No, I was just going to say, if anybody's curious about what I was just referencing, there's a great documentary on Netflix, and it's actually older. I mean, and it doesn't include a lot of the information we have right now, but I think it's called like Filthy Rich, and it's about Epstein and how he got away with it. And it includes a story I just referenced. That's where I learned it from, actually, that these women's story was suppressed. So, yeah, man, it's just so much. I mean, look, anyway, point is that guy has no idea about the history of this stuff. There's probably a lot of history that I don't know that I'm missing. So this guy who, hasn't read a single lick of information about this, the idea that, he knows something we don't is probably a little far-fetched in my view.
Yeah, and also like insanely depressing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, this guy is the expert in these women's experience.
That's
for sure, bro. No, for sure, bro. For sure. Anyway, well,
all right.
I know you want to get off, so I'm going to go finish editing this thing.
All right, man. YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
I just filmed it, bro. It's actually an
How many did you upload today?
2, I think.
Yo, Xavier.
By the way, your video's popping off right now.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Everybody say Chris's YouTube video popping up. Everybody go subscribe to Chris's YouTube.
You made 2. That means you made 4 in your line and make me feel better.
I made 2.
I should make another one.
No. Go to bed, dude. Go to bed. You've been going to bed early. You've been like getting on a good schedule. Don't be me, dude. I'd be filming at like 3 a.m. It's not good.
It's not good. All right, Harry. Thanks for coming up, man. It's always a pleasure.
All right, man. I appreciate everybody in the comments.
Thanks for cooking. Thanks for cooking that, dude. Look, Josh says I miss Harry Logic. People saying they miss you, man. It's good to see you.
Well, maybe.
Wow. Maybe. You never know.
You never know. All right, bye, everybody. Love you all.
All right, bye, Harry. All right, chat. Listen, really quick. Rosie, thank you so much for. You guys are so. I just want to say thank you so much. Every single one of you is so kind. The ability, again, to just speak about what I'm passionate about up here means the world. And you guys are so kind. Rosie, thank you so much for $10.54. Chris, as usual, I love watching your lives, years of following, and you are awesome. Thanks for fighting the good fight. Can I get everybody to spam some W's in the chat for Rose/Rosie? What a great individual. I really, really appreciate you following me through this wild journey of mine. And thank you so much for that level of support. It means the entire world. I hope you know that. I never take it for granted. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rosie. I saw you down there in the comments earlier. So you're the best. You are, Xavier. Good to see you. You're the best. Seriously. I mean it. Thank you so much. There's Rosie. I see her. You're the best. No, you. Rose, sorry. I apologize. I don't know why I said Rosie. Gary, thank you so much for $5 on PayPal. You're so kind. You're the best. Considering that, as of today, anyone who's against fascism and for... Oh, wait. Oh, Gary. First of all, Gary, thank you so much for $5. I really, really appreciate you. Truly, it means the world. That's a Celsius. It means a lot. Considering that, as of today, anyone who is against fascism and for the LGBTQ plus community are officially considered the T word. Don't be patient. Feel free to get angry. I should get more angry. You're right. That actually That actually helps. It is Rosie. Oh, it is bro. I think it might be bedtime. I think it might be bedtime. Rosie, thank you. I appreciate you. No, you're absolutely right. That's a good point. That's a first of all, again, thank you for $5, Gary. Great point. Feel free to get mad. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, I can't get so mad. Actually, yeah, I can. Designating certain groups these terrible things. Steph, thanks so much for $1.50. Great to see you. Holy smokes. I really appreciate you. I'm 48, almost had to get an AB. Terrible mind fuck, not an easy decision. Yeah, that's the thing I think I hate about. One of the reasons I really hate like talking about it on live, especially when it's just men, is like it's always like the whole thing is never ever about like it seems like such an easy decision on any level, whatever level you're arguing about, and it's not. It's like an incredibly difficult decision, and I feel like men especially like I see it as just like this thing that you do or don't do, and it's not that. It's never that, no matter what you decide to do. Almost had to, not an easy decision, miscarried, and grateful for medical care. I'll come up anytime you'd like a woman to tell a man about it. Yo, actually, Steph, I really appreciate that. I really, 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 really appreciate that. Holy smokes. Thank you, Steph, and I'm proud of you. Thanks for being here. And another $1, actually. I really appreciate you. It's $2.50. I've also gone from making 80 to 100K to an odd disability and making under 25K for last year. I'm so sorry. Had EBT, which has now been taken away, making too much for Medicaid, but not working enough to keep EBT. I have firsthand knowledge on a lot of these topics. Steph, can we get $1 million for Steph in the chat? You don't have to, don't ever feel pressure to like send money here. I just appreciate you being here. I just appreciate you being here. All right, Noodle, I'll let you up for a second, but then I must go to bed. But really quickly, Ria Raya, Steph, again, thank you so much. Never take it for granted. And lastly, Ria Raya, what a great face. $7 is very kind, very, very kind. Never take it for granted. Happy to see you live. You are so, can we get $1 million for Ria Raya? Ria, this is somebody who's been tremendous, a tremendous supporter for a long time. Just a great individual. Happy to see you live. I've been working way too much and haven't caught many. Keep being you and always keep speaking up. Enjoy the Celsius. Thank you. Thank you. Huge W's. I really, really appreciate you. Man, many Celsiuses. You guys are all so kind. So kind. Hello.
Hey, okay. I was waiting for you to finish.
No, you're totally fine. Noodle, what's up? What's going on? Talk to me. I know that you had some things that you want to say, especially with, I'm sorry, the last guest I just had to kick those people. I was like,
No, I get it. I was like, I don't want to speak to them because it sounds like a conversation with my father.
Yeah.
But I wanted to educate really quick since I am a volunteer with Planned Parenthood, and I can say a little more. Mm-hmm. Since my mom is definitely in bed. But I wanted to say, so nobody at Planned Parenthood is mutilating anybody. No one's mutilating any children. So I just want to clarify that really quick. Anything that they do that's gender affirming is usually like mental health care, therapy, and stuff like that. And I think my mom mentioned that when we were on last time. There's no one's cutting up anybody. You know, anything that they do that might be cutting someone would be involving taking birth control out, which would be the Nexplanon implant, which I actually had before the IUD that I have, which goes in your arm, and it's literally like a matchstick sized piece of plastic with, I'm pretty sure the hormone is like progesterone or whatever. Didn't work for me, works for some people, but that's okay. So, I wanted to say that. Also,
sorry, go ahead.
There was something else that someone else said when they were talking about AB. I'm gonna say that instead of the full word.
Oh, it's about they were that person
like murder and stuff like that. I was like, oh my god.
I know. I should have just let a woman up to debate him. I was just like, dude, I can't do this. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Because it sounds like a conversation I would definitely have had with my dad like 10 years ago when I was 12. So, and that was part of the reason like I stopped talking to my father and also some things about Trump, which this is opinionated, but he specifically had said, this was like a week before 2016, that election had happened, and it was Halloween, and I asked him, I said, mind my French, Dad, but he said, in a recording, grab him by the PUSSY, what if he did that to me? And he said, it's not my fault he's a womanizer. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And I was still 12 at the time, so I in the custody laws, I couldn't decide, until I was 13. So when I was able to, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to see my dad anymore.
Bro, holy shit. Well, first of all, thank you for the first part and like the information, because yes, the person citing this fucking executive order that literally, like I briefly looked at it, so take this with a grain of salt, but does nothing. What a surprise. It's like we're banning stuff that's already not allowed. But also,
yeah, I also have something else that I do want to say after.
Yeah.
About some laws that
I was also
changing.
just gonna say that I'm really sorry about your dad. That's fucking delusional and terrible to say. That's literally horrible. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was 12, so I was like, okay, and that was when my political rage really started.
It's a the unfortunate reality about our generation. It's like we've never just like known normalcy.
Yeah, our entire lives. Like, I moved to a new high school, and within a couple months, I get a lockdown for a possible school shooting. Thankfully, he ended up telling on himself, and the kids he told on himself to told in time, and nobody got hurt.
That's good, but also, not ideal. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So, our generation just never has chill. And talking to my mom, she also grew up in the 80s and 90s where the Cold War was existing. And the 2000s, I think she was doing preschool when 9/11 happened. So, like, none of, like, the last 40 years have been normal. Especially the last 20, I would say, have just been hell.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm 22, and all of my adulthood has
been.
been.
Sorry.
Do I have rights? I graduate from high school. Boom, Roe v. Wade overturned.
That's right. COVID, no locked inside. Now we have like the Voting Rights Act being gutted. I'm sorry. It's a terrible. It's.
As a woman, I'm filled with rage, and we're not supposed to have rage. Supposed to, but honestly, I think women should have more rage.
Hey, you're doing good, and we all appreciate your work at Planned Parenthood.
Hey, I take Zoloft, and that's kind of what's helping me stay afloat.
Many of us do. It's a great thing.
Zoloft and maybe some of that devil's lettuce.
Well,
but
some people, it's a good thing. Some states, they like it. Maybe the federal government should get on that. It's not my favorite.
Even like CBD, which is the inactive part of the plant, it's good. It helps people sleep. It helps people with hunger. It helps with physical pain. Like, it should be studied.
That's right.
That's another political thing that I advocate for. But that's
Tess,
amongst what's
always
really
a pleasure.
happening.
Get some rest. Good to see you. Sorry, continue.
It is super late, but I did want to say there is something about the state level with Roe that I was hearing about earlier. It's about, I'll send it to you. I saw a video about it.
Yeah.
But they're sending it completely to the state level now, and so there are a lot of states who are trying to completely get rid of AB, which thankfully for the state of Colorado, we codified it into our state constitution.
That's right.
So we are in that. I voted for in 2024. So if you voted for anything in the state of Colorado, hopefully you did that.
Yeah.
So
literally, like send me anything. I'd love to check it out.
Yeah, you'll probably see like a paragraph of like disclaimer about what my mom can say. So
okay, that's okay. That's okay. I love a disclaimer. It's a good thing. She's got to be careful, dude. This fucking political climate is insane.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff happening right now there in the clinics. So
hey, we also we appreciate the work both you and your mom do.
I will definitely let her know that I talked this night. So
do and tell her.
He's definitely being.
Tell her I said hello. I hope she's well, and I hope you're keep trying to stay sane, please, because it's fucking madness out here.
It is hard, but I have my Pookie and he has the same opinions as me, and so that feels great.
Hey.
I don't have to educate my partner.
Hey, that is a huge dub, especially with where young men are at. Well, there's not many. That's a big
You
dub.
know,
That's a
it
keeper.
feels like a breath of fresh air. Like I'm running through a stream, like Morty says in that episode of Rick and Morty. It's like, you want to run through a stream. That's how I feel.
Hey, that's
like
good.
He would protest with me, and that feels great.
That's good. No, that's a good thing. This is what we need more of in our generation.
I'm like, I'll find it and let me know. And he's like, okay, don't worry. I got you. I'll keep us safe.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm like, oh, I got it set.
Shout out to Noodles and Mans right here.
Oh, Pookie.
All right.
Anyway, it is almost 1:30.
All right.
So,
Noodle, it was
I want
a
to
pleasure.
thank the comments for sending me gifts because I see them. So
Dubs. Dubs to the comments. Give me some W's for Noodles. Noodle in the chat. Noodle, thank you, and thank you for the work you do. And next time, I promise I'll get you up faster. I apologize, but thank you for some of the clarification.
You're good. It gave me I've been coloring.
Hey,
so
I like it. I like it. So
Get
you got
really
to
cool gothic
do
coloring
something
books
super
and
relaxing,
just-
and then PEMDAS cancel it out with like something super insane.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or I have
All
dance
right.
parties alone.
Yeah, huh? Wow. We're wow.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. I'm going to bed. Noodle.
All right,
It was a
guys.
pleasure. Be safe out there. All right. We'll talk soon.
Yes.
All right.
Have a good night, y'all.
Bye, Noodle. W Noodle in the chat. Gail, by the way, it's good to see you. Holy smokes. Noodle, thank you for coming up here. We always appreciate you, Noodle, truly. Sorry, I'm losing my mind a bit up here. I'm just getting very tired. But there's somebody in this chat who is just go ahead, come up here for a second, Noah. Go ahead. No, all you do is spam. You go like this. You go like this. You jaw. And you've been in my life for like an hour. Okay? Yo, Makeup, I know, it's so good to see you. The banana analogy, I appreciate you. That video is doing surprisingly well. I appreciate you. Noah, I hope you're doing well. Love seeing friendly people on live. Okay, well, look, he's been yapping, but he won't come up, which is hilarious. Rochelle, thanks for being here. Carrie, thank you so much. Also, thanks to all my mods. Taylor, that's right. You've been a mod. You've been here every second. You know. Thanks to all my mods. Truly. Brent, Taylor, thanks for being here all the time. You're so kind. Maggie, thank you. You too. Try to get some sleep. Show some love for Maggie in the chat. What a great individual. Vanessa, thank you so much for $2 on Venmo, by the way. I just want to say thanks for the advice. If it weren't for you, I probably wouldn't have become the youngest regional field organizer for a state Dem party in the country. I'm 18, turning 19 next month. Thank you. This wouldn't have been possible without your inspiration. Bro, holy shit. Can everybody spam W's for Vanessa in the chat? That is so crazy. That is like first of all, thank you for the $2. You're really, really kind. But like that is insane. That is actually crazy. First of all, thank you for the kind words, but also you did that, okay? Remember that, Vanessa, you did that. Become the youngest regional field organizer for a state Dem party in the country, 18 years old. Holy shit. That is fucking crazy. Do you know how crazy that is? I've been knowing people in Georgia in that space. Field directors, regional field director. Like that is Vanessa, that's insane. I'm very proud of you, Vanessa. Huge W's in the chat for Vanessa. Thank you so much for the support. But remember, you did that. You decided to do that. And clearly you're damn good at it. So keep pushing. And don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing good. Keep on the up and up. Please. We need people like you desperately. Holy shit, Vanessa. That is so cool. Wow. That's like really makes me like really happy. Bro, who is this person, bro? This is not a real human being. Just really quick. Hello?
Why do you always run from debates, man?
Bro, whose account you on right now, bro?
This is my girlfriend's account.
Do I know you?
I mean, you're always running from debates.
How could I? I've been on TikTok live for like 5 fucking hours. How have I been running from a debate?
Well, I mean, it's not my fault that I just saw you now because the For You page doesn't like to push you out for some reason.
All right, well, boo.
I mean, it's okay. You'll never be like Diener Parker, but it is what it is.
That's amazing. Can I help you, son?
Huh?
I said that's
Well,
amazing.
I mean, you're wrong about Trump being the worst.
Okay.
But I mean,
why is that?
I'm guessing you're not really down for a debate since you're planning to get off running like usual, right?
You be good, bro. Oh, I'm going to bed, dude. Running like usual. Just stay up here, except every guess request. All right. I'm going to bed, guys. Good night. You're all the best. Yeah, it's 3:30 in the morning. I know. You guys are all amazing on YouTube. Thank you so much for all the love. I appreciate each and every one of you. We might have to make this member only next time, because look at all these people spamming. It is insane. These guys are such freaks. Like, it's scary how there's one. It's the thing is like one of what, like, are these people spamming, by the way, like Jim, like in the comments, Jim, and then there's someone else. Like, that's all. I hope you know it's all the same person. There's one person who makes, like, so they've made over 50 accounts on TikTok. It actually kind of scares me. It's freaky. It's freaky, dude. Especially being doxxed. That's some like stalker shit, bro. Yeah, running to bed. That's right. Motherfuckers like Chris is. I should do a Twitch stream for Uriah. Huge W's for Uriah. That'd be fun, dude. We should relax. I should play some 2K on stream. That'd be so fun. All right, guys, I'm going to bed. He's like, Chris, you're running. I'm over here like, I'm fucking out like a light, bro. I'm out like I cannot. I've debated too many people tonight. All right, I love all of you. I just want to say again from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for all the support. The people who sit and listen to me ramble and rant and yell at people and all that, I am so unbelievably grateful. The people who are donate monetarily, which again, there's never any pressure to do. Like, again, I'm so fucking grateful for every single day. The fact that I've been able to make any type of life out of this, I'm just so unbelievably grateful for. So thank you guys. And to all the people in here who watch me, and maybe you don't comment, maybe you don't, you don't comment, you don't hit like, but you watch every day. Just know that I love you so much, and I can sense you. I'm like, you can't sense people in Star Wars. Spider-Man. All right, I think it might be bedtime. But seriously, I do love all of you. Like, it actually means the world. Someone said any inspirational words. That would be Uriah. Oh, let me think. And then I'm actually getting off. Inspirational words. Let me think about what's been going on the last 2 weeks of my life. All right, you're my inspirational words based on what's going on in my life, my mental. Meeks, good to see you, Meeks. I'm sorry. Well, inspirational words, vote blue. I'm sorry, Meeks. I'm sorry. Well, listen, guys, this is the one piece of advice I give you. A lot of you put way too much pressure on yourself. Okay? Every single day you wake up, you're like, I got to do this. I have to make this person happy. I have to be the best, girlfriend or boyfriend or husband I can be. I have to do everything. I have to be great at work. And not only do you expect, not only do you put so much pressure on yourself, but also incredibly hard on yourself. And you should do me a favor and take a deep breath and walk into Friday realizing that, like, you're doing a damn good job. Okay. And you should remember that. And a lot of the things you want out of life, you will start to get when you just take a little bit of that pressure off of yourself. Okay. I know that, like, especially right now in this insane time, everyone's like doing the rat race. Everything's so fucking expensive. Like, you got to make rent. You got to, fucking work the jobs and do the shit. And there's just a lot of pressure in life to, like, be this person and just stop projecting. Well, I told you the advice was based on what I'm feeling. I told you that. But if I'm feeling it, that means there's other people feeling it. But what you realize is that when you put so much pressure on yourself, you end up, you can't be the best version of you, okay? Show yourself a little bit of grace. You're doing good. You should be proud of yourself. Life's a hard thing, and you manage it pretty damn well. So remember that, please. Please. That is Off the Dome. Hey, motivational Chris moment. And that's how I've been feeling the last 2 weeks, man. I just feel exhausted from, like, putting an unbelievable amount of pressure on myself. I think that I struggle to produce nearly as much content as other people. I struggle to, I feel like I struggle to, like, just be as productive as other people, make as much content as other people. I feel like I'm not as good as everybody else, And, like, what I realized, I think, like, one of my, like, mini breakthroughs the last, like, 3 weeks was, like, I got to take, like, a little bit of pressure off yourself when every single second of every single day is about being productive or being the best human ever or being, you know, work or do this or fold the laundry or clean it. Like when you operate in like that in life, your body's fucking overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed. It's not fun. And you end up achieving less of what you want to. And so the reality is that like you should just remember that like I'm trying to remember that like I'm all right as I'm I guess good enough the way that I am and the way that I'm built, and I should stop putting so much pressure on myself to be somebody I'm not, I guess. I think I should just work harder. You know, I think everyone else should take this advice except me, but yeah, that's my advice. Don't put pressure on yourself. I'll try to take my own advice maybe tomorrow. All right, I'm going to bed. Yo, driving on a boat. Thanks for $2 on YouTube Super Chat. That actually means the world. I really appreciate you driving on I said driving on a boat, but it says driving on a donut. Huge dubs. Thank you. We appreciate you, Chris. Proud of you always. You're doing more than enough. I appreciate you. Thanks, guys. You guys are progress, not perfection. That's what they say, Gail. That's what they say. Thank you guys so much for all the love. I appreciate you guys. All the comments, all the love. Driving on a donut. Thank you so much on YouTube. I'm out of here. Get some rest, everybody. Boat donut. That's right, Maggie. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Get some rest. Emma, thank you. Good to see you, Emma. Rochelle, Bren, Meeks. I'm sorry you came in late. Maybe next time. I don't know, but I didn't make you cry. Comparison is the thief of joy. Oh, I know. I try. Harry and I talk about that all the time. It drives us nuts. Annalicia, always a pleasure. Thanks for being in here. Man, Annalicia's been a supporter for so long. What a great human. Some of you? Can I read, bro? Let's go with King Lux 4000. Good night. I'm sorry. Ken's, Jason, Schaefer, thanks for being great mods. Oh, Maggie, I'm sorry. Try to go back to sleep. Thank you, Nat. I appreciate that, truly. Taylor, you're the best. The mods make this shit run. I appreciate you. Gail, always a pleasure. All right, I'm out of here. Good night, guys. Happy Friday. I'll see you tomorrow.